Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop. Lindsay, what the fuck is going on? My dog.
Like, what will be a breaking point for you where you just like, you know what? I'm out.
All right. Yeah, so I was about to say this is where we asked the audience.
Yeah.
So
you already
said cheating, right?
Yeah. Cheating.
Okay.
So
Anybody else?
You're not giving a pass or nothing like that.
There ain't no way.
That's no way.
Do it once and do it twice. There ain't no way. You lose the second yourself.
So it's like if it's cheating for her, like so if it's cheating for you the same way too? Yeah. So like if you cheat, do you feel like I need to leave this relationship?
If I would ever cheat, I would leave you first. I would leave you first.
You such a gentleman.
I do what I think.
You such a gentleman. That shit don't happen in real life, but you such a gentleman. Anything else?
In the moment.
In the moment.
That's different. I wouldn't be in the moment.
So you wouldn't put yourself in the moment. I got you.
Yeah. Like, make it make sense. Like, cause what's the moment?
When I decide it's the moment, it's the moment.
Oh, okay.
If I never say to myself, like, I should probably get out of here.
So like, do the whole time you just like, oh no, this cool. This ain't. We just chilling. She just want to rub my back. That's cool. Ain't nobody tripping. It's like, oh, okay. Okay. Ooh, all right. You ain't got to kiss my neck. That's okay. Cool. This is not the moment yet.
Not yet.
It's not the moment yet.
I didn't do it.
So it's like, now my pants is down. This is.
If she pulls him down.
Oh, this ain't the moment. This ain't the moment. This ain't the moment.
She did it.
This ain't the moment. So when is the moment? When you're done, you're like, yeah, this is the moment.
Just said, bro. I'm like, I was supposed to go to the store. I was gone for 2 hours.
I had to go get my bro,
That's
right?
the moment, yep.
That's the moment.
That's the moment.
Okay, so that's your.
What you
So this is cheating for you. Like, if she cheats, oh hell no. But like, I just had to wait on the moment. Like, no. That's ain't the moment. That wasn't the moment. No, she sucked my d. I didn't ask for it.
If I don't say the words.
It's like, no. I didn't know. You know when I feel something wrong, baby, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. When she was like, I was like, maybe it's time for me. Ain't no restaurateur gonna run up on Keith Lee. Let's just end that shit right there. And y'all talk a lot of shit, but y'all not about to run up on. Ain't nobody about to run up on him, slap no food out his face, and tell him, bitch, what? Like, that's just not gonna happen to you in no way, shape, possible.
So Saucy Santana got in on it. He pretty much was like, tag me in. And he snapped on DJ Academics and told him to pull up. He was like, go to my page. We got all kinds of bookings. We outside. Come pull up at one of the bookings. You know, and I'll beat your motherfucking
ass. Saucy Santana just doesn't look like the homosexual man that you gonna hit, and he looked like that dude off of Low Down Dirty Shame. He ain't about to grab his face and be like, "Oh, Bernard,
him, you slut, Bernard."
He about to beat the dog shit out of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm laughing because it's gonna be so funny because you're gonna see a dude massively beating the shit out of a man with an open fist, and you gonna hear, bitch.
Bernard. What's happening, everybody?
What's going on?
Everybody who's been on a podcast bar, throw your hands up. If you've been on a podcast bar, everybody that's been on a podcast pod, everybody that's been on a podcast pod. Yeah, what's up? What's the deal? You know what it is. It's me. I am doing me all day. It is Lily, your host of this show. I am the ish that we talk. And when I say I am the ish that we talk, I mean that fully. Like, I take all confidence in that. I am really a degenerate that tells you some things that you probably don't want to hear. But it's cool because I'm the host of this show. I am with the beacon of hope, the shining light, the lady that pushes the bells and the whistles, the one that takes me off of my rhetoric and puts y'all on a higher plane. She is one of those people who not only goes above and beyond, but she always gives you your fair and final. I hope you like how I put that down.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for the creme de la creme, the lady that pushes the bells and the whistles. If it wasn't for her, it would not be me, and it is 100% true. Round of applause for my cousin Lindsay.
Hello, how's it going?
And this is the ish that we talk. Listen, I know y'all listen to me. I know y'all fuck with me on a long way, but I always want to give a shout out to Twitch. Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep pushing forward. Keep making us something that we can actually dial into. And also, hit that like and subscribe button. Like, come on. It's just right there. Like, I don't know if it's right there. I don't know where my hand is. But it could be there. It could be there. It could be right there. It could be over here somewhere. It could spread fingers that shit out. Boom. Right. But it's there. Hit that like and subscribe. Make sure that y'all really rock with us so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. Lindsay, how's your health? How's your wealth? What is going on, my dog?
Everything's good. Shout out to everybody that came. I know I said this last week, but everybody that came to celebrate my birthday again, because I'm still, getting good responses from that. So shout out again to everybody that celebrate little old me.
It was fun.
Yeah. So, but yeah, other than that, everything been the same, just working, living life. How about yourself?
Everything's been the same. Like I told you, I'm going through this journey of investing. I've told the world I'm going through this journey of investing. So y'all already know. I've been learning little things. I've been taking certain cues and making sure that I can start at one place and then end up at another place. So I think that's one of those things that I encourage everybody to do. I don't care if you're an individual that makes $12 an hour or you're an individual that makes $42 an hour. Investing in yourself is going to always be better in the long run. Don't believe that you can have your grandfather's mentality of having money under the mattress and think that you're cool. At the same time that I say this, I always keep money under the mattress because I always want you to believe in that. But I also want you to believe in investing money as well. It's going to be it's just going to be a better event for you in the long haul.
Yeah. I I'm a little apprehensive about stashing money, like actual cash. And I do it from time to time, but the reason why I'm apprehensive is because I'm one of those people that think the worst. And I'm like, what if something happens? What if somebody like breaks in the house or the house gets burnt up? Then you ain't got no money.
Okay.
So I try to
Okay.
be
So
very
this is
strategic. When I do stash money, I try to be very strategic on where I stash it.
all right. So I'm gonna tell you universal law, and so this ain't no secret. This is just something that most people shouldn't know. If you're touching money, two things you need to do. If you know you touching more than 10 racks, and you don't want to put it in the bank, and then you don't want to store it in your house because you don't know what could happen. You need saran wrap and you need Vaseline. And you need to find a spot that you always go to. And you need to bury that shit. If you are
Yeah.
not expecting to grow that money, if you're not like it's not been invested in nowhere, you just want this rainy day money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna honest to God tell you, y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. You need a trash bag, you need a brown paper bag, you need saran wrap, and you need Vaseline. Never put Vaseline on your money. That Vaseline goes between that saran wrap and that brown paper bag. And then that brown paper bag gets covered by that trash bag, and then you bury it. The reason why I'm telling you this as something that I know personally is, and I don't care where y'all think I live my life from, but I really learned this from my grandfather. Um, that is going to stop the deterioration process.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, because it does get
I
molded
lost,
and deteriorate.
yeah, I lost $30,000 not doing the method that my grandfather taught me. I just thought I was just going to bury money in the ground, and it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
work like that because it gets acclimated in. So if I would have did everything that my grandfather would have told me to do, I would have still had that 30 when I tried to pull it out because it
Mm-hmm.
lasts 10 to 12 years if you do it that way. It might last longer, but I'm only
Mm-hmm.
going off of what he said.
Yeah. So how long was it buried?
It was buried for 7 years, and I did not follow the method that he told me, and I only
Mm-hmm.
recovered like $700.
Ooh, I know
Yeah,
my heart would have dropped to
yeah,
my toes.
nigga. I'm talking about. Listen, I've only cried harder for one more thing, and that was the death of my daughter. And I can
Yeah,
keep it 100 when I say that.
yeah, yeah, and that's understandable. That's definitely understandable. I learned that from R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle. I learned that from him because he lost money not not taking care of it properly when he buried it, and he was like he had the whole family trying to recover that money or restore it rather, and yeah, didn't work.
I wish I could. I promise you. I wish Cuzzo was out of jail. I got a Cuzzo can tell you this story um, full heartedly because I watched him do it and I was like, boom, if he could do it, I could do it. And then he watched the disdain in my heart because I held it too long. And he was the first person to tell me like that's your problem. Stop holding on to money and make that money work for you. You held on too long. Because I
Mm,
watched him do it and it worked.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I tried to do it longer and it killed me.
yeah, yeah.
And he gave me the game right then and there. He said, "You tried, come on, man. You did it when I did that.
Mm-hmm.
I took
Yeah,
it out immediately. You still waiting." He said, "Man, that shit it's dying. It's
yeah,
dying."
right.
I didn't believe him, and it was dying. That shit was dying in there.
Yeah, like literally, he meant
Some,
that shit literally.
yeah.
You thinking he talking about depreciation of money? Period. He talking like
Nah,
literally.
he like, nah, that shit is dying.
That shit is turning into fucking grass food, nigga.
Right.
Like, take that shit out. You be
Yeah.
surprised how that shit look though, because it look like molded clumps, and it's when you
Mhm.
start pulling it back, it just breaks your heart because the shit
Yeah.
crumbles and breaks away.
Mm. 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 And you can't blame nobody.
I couldn't blame nobody but myself, and at the same time, my uncle taught me how to bury it because
And you
he
didn't
knew he was
believe
gonna
him?
be gone for the long haul. He knew he was gonna be gone for the long haul, so he knew how to preserve it. My stupid ass is thinking I'm gonna bury it like this because I'm gonna touch it when I want to, and then I forgot to touch it.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 You got.
yeah, I
You got.
forgot to
You
touch
got
it.
to foolproof it for yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my. Like I said, I ain't never gonna downplay the teachings that I learned. It was really my mistake. I just instead of doing it, you know what I'm saying, how I was taught, I just okay, I
Mm.
can grab it whenever I want to. No, you can't.
You're right.
That shit, that shit goes with the elements, gets in there with the roots. It's paper, y'all.
It's
Like this shit
paper.
is paper.
Yes. And paper
And then
comes in
that
trays.
plastic, you can wrap that shit up all you want in one layer of plastic. That shit it eats away really fast.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
And you got to have contingency plans. I
Man.
will never do that again.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't advise. I wouldn't advise you do that. But yeah. Now that we have taught you guys how to hide your drug money. No, I'm just
I swear I was thinking that too. Like I just told niggas how to hide dope money. That's crazy. And my uncle did not sell any dope. What I'm saying, and like my uncle was
right.
not a dope dealer. He was
He went
literally a nigga that was like, I don't trust banks.
okay, right. He only went to jail for parking tickets. That's it.
Shit is so wild. Like we did
Right.
teach y'all how to do that.
We kind of did, but hey,
What you gonna do,
it's
y'all?
right. Learning is fundamental, and you can learn everywhere about everything. But um, so you ready for the first topic?
Let's get into these topics.
All right.
I
So
I always fuck the internet up. They gonna really, I swear, and I hate to say it like that, but they really gonna look for me, and I'll be like, "Hey man, my record is stupid clean. Like
right, right. They was
I
like,
just
how
know what I
did you
know."
right? How do you know how to do this? How do you know how to do that? Because of the internet. I
Yeah, I just know
Google.
what I know.
Right.
Like you
I
can't look me
Google.
up and find me on nobody's shit.
Okay. Squeaky clean. I can't work while I work
Man,
and not be. So
I'm
and
like, yeah, on my
and
mama,
neither
you
one
ain't
of them, neither one of them jobs. So yeah. But
exactly.
but yeah, so let's get into the first topic. We have a little Diddy update. E.
Hey, hey,
So
hey, Diddy update.
yeah. So the little Diddy update that we have, it's pretty much more lawsuits have been filed. One is including a 13-year-old, and this 13-year-old is pretty much saying that I think it was around 2000 that she was assaulted sexually, and that there are other high profile people that was in the room that was watching. She was assaulted by a man, and a woman watched, and then she was assaulted by Diddy at a particular freak off. Um so yeah, so that amongst others lawsuits have been filed this past week. It just seems like week by week more lawsuits will be filed. That seems like that's the pattern. Another thing that came out this past week is that Quincy, which is Albie Shore and Kim Porter's child, but Diddy's I guess you would say adopted child. Um,
Yeah.
but he put out pretty much a trailer um that they were going to do like an internet reality show, pretty much giving you insight into the Combs kids. And Diddy was featured in the trailer. They were working on this prior to his arrest. So this was something that had been in the works for a while. But it seems like it's coming soon now that they have released the trailer. Um do you think it's bad timing, or because I'm sure they were advised by counsel on if they should continue with the release date or what have you, but do you think it's bad timing, or do you think that it's very strategic to try to change the narrative of the public perception even though the case is very early? So we've only gotten a tip of the iceberg of all the stuff that will come out, especially if he goes to trial.
I think it's 100% bad timing. Let's just do this for me. Y'all should know my conviction. If y'all don't know my conviction yet, I will tell you. My conviction is I believe that Diddy is one of our monsters, and Diddy should be locked up, and Diddy should be locked up under the jail. Um, just because if I was in the same boat, I would expect people to crucify me the same way. A lot of people don't do that. I always put myself in the perspective of if I was doing some degenerate things, what I think the people would do to me. Um, the reason why I say that is because this should not be any type of publicity stunt or something to push the narrative of y'all getting money. Um, at one point, why would we try to capitalize off of a situation where not only you have victims in it, um, but you have situations where individuals or even collaborating or fucking with the feds? Like this is a whole fucking fuck show of shit.
Yeah.
Not only is it fucking with like you as a family, like the Combs as a family, it's fucking with outside people. And then not only is it fucking with outside people, this is the thing that I want Albie Shore's son to know. Them little girls that are your sisters, they gotta grow up with this. They really legit have to grow up with this.
Yeah.
It is no way I would even try to do anything at this point. To even be on TV or try to like be that guy, because see, this is what the world tells you. The world says, "Hey, fuck all that. You always been a celebrity. Be a part of the world. Do. That's how they do to get all that little extra information that y'all don't want to come out. That's what they do. Y'all should just be focused on how the family gonna function because daddy is about to get locked up, or
Yeah.
how the family gonna function if daddy gets locked up. Like I'm not about to try to come up with no reality TV show or none of that because it's gonna bring up shit. It's gonna bring up coffins. It's even gonna bring up shit that shit going on with my mom that I don't even want to be involved with.
Yeah. That part.
Like I don't think people understand that. Like I'll just honestly tell you as a man who never knew my dad growing up. Yeah, you can come with some skeletons about my father that I would just have to carry because that's just the burden of a son. But what I would never let you do is open up a coffin for my mama. Because I know what she had to do to even make me who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
So bring up something that I know is going to devastate her. And I will bury you next to your fucking father. And that's on my mama for real. Like, I don't think people understand that. Like, I don't know how Combs' kids is. But I just know me, like, trying to even spark this type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You start digging into my mama, I'm going to bury you where your daddy is. I'm going to ask you, like, is your daddy still living? Do he got a plot? And I'm going to bury you right next to it. Because I really want you to know, don't bring up shit about my mama.
Yeah. I feel like it's a similar sentiment for their dad though. Because we kind of have to take a step back because they grew up with a different relationship with their dad than either one of us did. So they looked at their dad like he could do no wrong. He was Superman. You know what I'm saying? He's a world renowned celebrity, and dearly loved. And especially the girls, they probably weren't privy to seeing the negative shit outside of what the internet said about their parent.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to hear all this stuff and to have all this stuff come out and all this what have you, it is something that we can't directly relate to as far as a dad is concerned. So they probably feel the same way about their dad that they did about their mom. It just makes matters worse because for four of them, their mom isn't here.
Right.
So, and I like we've said before, I just hate the fact that people are just like talking about you need to exhume about her body. Your dad probably did this to her, blah blah blah. And it's like it's their dad. That got to be one messed up position to be in. Which I know people that have been in a position where their dad killed their mom. And their dad has always been a dad to them. So it's like it's kind of a fucked up situation to be in. It was like, how can you feel about that? Like that was
what do you do?
What do you do? I would be like, I don't know what I'd be, but I would be fucked up, to say the least.
I would tell you what I'd be. And I'll keep it a bean. Just because I know the type of person I am, my family know the type of person I am. Hell, Jasmine knows the type of person I am. Because I don't never want to act tough about certain situations. If it comes out that my father had something to do with my mother's anything, like, because all of this is getting brought up.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I love my father, I have my father in high resolves, and I don't really know my mom like that, but I know my dad is king. I want to make sure that if this shit came out, that he had something to do with it, that nobody knew that I was the one, because I want to be the last person that my father sees. Not on no tough guy shit, not on no nothing.
Yeah.
It's just this is a family dynamic here.
Yeah, and that's fair.
You know what I'm saying? This a real family dynamic here.
Yeah.
So I want you to know that I am going to be the last person that my father sees if he had anything to do with my mother's death. Am I saying I'm a killing? Hell no, I ain't never said that. That ain't never fell off my lips.
Mm-hmm.
He will be the last person I will be the last person that he sees. Mm-hmm. Because we're gonna make this full circle.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's fair. Like you can't do nothing about that. That's fair.
Yeah, that's just
But I mean, their situation, to be in that position, the person that, has been with them since birth, has been the best parent that they could be to them. And these people that don't know him are saying some of the most horrible, horrendous things about him. And I have never
Man,
seen that about him. Like I can see how that would be a mental fuck.
yeah,
You
that's
know what I mean?
terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think it's the best time to come out, but I can also see why they would want to try to change the narrative about their father as well. Um
Well, they just like their daddy at that moment, where
mhm.
and Puffy's later years, he couldn't find a hit. In their early years, they don't know when to jump in. Like, please do not do this.
Yeah.
Do not do this. You are putting fuel to the fire, and you are not helping your father.
Mhm.
If you love your daddy, you're not helping your father doing this. And your father should tell you that. You know, honesty is
But
best served silent.
mhm. Yeah. Right, right. You should
I
just
don't
let
think
the
people
truth prevail.
understand that.
Mhm. Yeah, you should just let
Like,
the truth prevail. Like the shit have come
yeah,
out, you know. But some people don't want to wait. Some people feel like they should write their own narrative. And I'm not mad for you feeling that way, but is this the best thing for his case? Is my thing. And is it the best thing for, public perception? But I feel like public perception is too far gone for them to put this out and it make a difference,
right.
you
And that's
know.
what I'm saying. Feeling and thinking is two different things.
Hmm.
You can feel you have to say this, but you should be able to think and understand that this ain't the place for.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. You know, I wish the kids the best. I wish the
Yeah, you
kids the
seen
best.
how that went. Yeah, you seen how that went. For me, that was just like it was just like, and I almost wouldn't for wish it because it was like, nah, that's some hoe ass bullshit right there. It's like, and the only reason why I say that is I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, your daddy's facing some real serious charges.
Oh
I know
shit.
niggas that daddies was facing fed time. You know what these niggas wasn't doing? Trying to promote their daddy. Even though
Right.
they love their daddy to the fullest. They wasn't running around town talking about free Jack singers. Like, look, we're nobody doing that type of bullshit. Stay out of that. That shit ain't got nothing to do with you.
But you know what was also happening? Like, let's be fair. What was also happening is that motherfuckers wasn't talking about that shit in their face either. They wasn't like, you know what, your daddy gonna go down. They weren't saying that shit in front of them people.
Now, be fair, because I like you said that. Niggas
Hmm.
was. If you had a name out here, niggas was talking about your daddy in your face.
Mm, I didn't
Niggas,
see it.
I'm gonna tell you 100% because I've seen it.
Hmm.
Especially if your daddy has got affiliated with a snitch. That shit was going down.
Mm,
That shit was going down for real, for real.
yeah,
I've seen cases with names that you would not believe, cuz
yeah,
you would be like, what? Because that shit is free to the public.
yeah.
And so you'll look at that shit and you'll be like, man, nah, I would have never knew.
Right, that
Yeah.
motherfucker right there. But
Yeah.
speaking of snitches, we're gonna go ahead and segue. So that was the Diddy update. So speaking of snitches, a couple days ago, young Durk got arrested. And it was revealed that was OTF Jam, who was a member
Yeah,
of his
OTF
crew.
Jam.
Yeah, OTF Jam, who was a member of his crew, was a snitch. And he's in his paperwork as a snitch. He was this guy, was part of the crew. He did 12 years, got out. Um, Yellow Bug is watching, says, "Hi, everyone. Hi."
What up?
So,
How you doing, Yellow Bug? You sound nice. You sound like a person who would never disrespect us, but you probably will.
Yeah, he did 12 years. He got out. He was part of the crew. He was on Lil Durk's album. Lil Durk rapped about him, about um how he gave him 50K when he got out. And yeah,
And he's still under Lil
and
Durk.
he's still, huh?
Like he rapped about him. When did he rap about him? Saying that he gave him 50K.
I forgot what song it was. It was on Twitter. They pulled up the
But it was
lyrics.
years ago, right?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
years ago, right?
yeah, yeah.
And
Because he's been out for
he
some
was
years.
still under, and he was
Yeah,
still under Dirk, right?
yeah, yeah. Because he been out for some years, and I guess like right when he came out from jail, he gave him 50K to get on his feet. So yeah,
Definitely gonna snitch on you. Definitely gonna snitch on you. Listen, before we even go further, I'm gonna tell you this, and I don't give a fuck what nigga get mad at me. Y'all all know. Y'all all grew up with me. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know I don't never go nowhere. I'm always at the same crib, so y'all can come holler at me. This is what I'm saying to y'all. Everybody who is listening to this podcast right now,
hmm
I'm never telling you to not fuck with your nigga that got out of jail. But what I am telling you is, when your nigga got out of jail, you put him in the same place that got him in jail with a little bit of money, but it's the same place, he gonna tell on you.
Yeah, well, we don't even know if that
Motherfucking
was the
tell on you.
thing. We don't even know if that was the thing. We don't know if he got out so that he can be a rat. But Yellowbug said that someone said he gave 50K and a car plus a house. Now,
And he's still gonna tell on you. You know why?
yeah,
Because he ain't where you're at.
yeah, yeah. And she says it's
This is the
jealousy.
thing.
Yeah, and because he
Exactly. This is
feels
what I'm
like
saying.
yeah,
I'm never telling none of y'all to listen. I got niggas that I still pay for in jail to this day. Like, I could go down a list of niggas that I pay for.
hmm
But I can honest to God tell you, out of the niggas that I pay for, it's probably about 5 I'll put in the business. And the only reason why I do that is because I know they strictly gonna be on business. They're not gonna go back to the shit that got them put in jail in the first place.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you gotta understand this. This is why niggas have been telling Dirk for years, stop with them niggas. Keep you in fucking, oh, know what I'm saying? Keep you in Chicago. Everybody been telling him that. Everybody been saying,
Okay.
Dirk, stop fucking
Well,
with them
let
niggas that keep you in Chicago.
well, let's go back to the story because I haven't even talked about why he got arrested.
All right, I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry. My bad.
So Lil Durk got arrested for pretty much conspiring to commit um a murder, and it was supposed to be against Quando Rondo. And Quando Rondo is the one that killed King Von, but who they ended up
He didn't.
killing?
Hold
Wait,
on. He didn't. His niggas that was his security did. Cause
I
he
thought
got
it was
stole on.
him. See,
Nah, he got stole
I
on.
knew he start. I knew Vaughn started it, and that's the reason why he got off. But if the security did, that means that both of them was gonna be arrested for it, because he got off for it for self defense. So I didn't know it was the security that did it though. I thought he actually was the one that did it. But
he didn't shoot him.
either way, he would have went down for it, and he got off because of self defense. But who they actually killed was his cousin. So they was conspiring to kill Quando Rondo, but they killed his cousin instead. So it was a whole murder for hire situation, and yeah, he's a part of it allegedly, and he got arrested for it the other day, and he got arrested for it, and they are going to extradite him, and yeah, so yeah, so what are your thoughts on this?
Well, you know, I was about to go on my rant anyway, but I'm same token.
Yeah.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop being on it. Y'all gonna think I'm a bitch ass nigga, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't give a fuck that you think I'm a bitch ass nigga. My son don't know I'm real as fuck. You niggas gotta stop one time and say, you know what? Nah, what fuck people up is niggas gotta stop and realize, hey, my big homie fuck with the nigga that shot him in the chest. And he'll have a conversation about, you know, that nigga used to shoot that nigga shot me in the chest. Then you got another big homie to be like, oh nah, that nigga right there. Hey man, you know that nigga robbed my dope house one time? You run into niggas like that. You know why? Because y'all don't run into niggas like I had growing up. Y'all don't run into niggas that I had that say, hey, you know, I killed the nigga that did this, or I killed the nigga that did this, or I'm doing a life sentence. Y'all got it. Y'all are built around a bunch of soft ass niggas. I'm gonna just keep it a beam with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So because y'all built around a bunch of soft ass niggas, y'all need to learn how to be a soft ass nigga. That soft ass nigga's like, damn, I could have molded him. Bop. And I could have told him, you know, my right hand man is a nigga that robbed my sister back in 97. These are the type of niggas that y'all grew up around. Keep it a beam with y'all. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about as far as these type of niggas. If you don't understand what I'm saying this. You know a nigga that is probably nephew age.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh yeah, shit. I remember that he knocked my tooth out in the 9th grade, but you know he got the trees now. He got the plug on smoke now, so I be fucking with him for real.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know them niggas? Oh yeah, cause nephew ain't really about that life, so you don't know that nigga. Yeah. So I take that back, cause nephew ain't about that life, so you don't know that. I've seen this though. I've seen this type of mentality that these young niggas have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
I get where you're going though. Yeah.
Yeah. You got these. Y'all soft. Y'all get. I can't even sugarcoat it. Y'all soft for real.
Mm-hmm.
Shit happened to y'all. Y'all quick to side with niggas and be cool with niggas. Even though that nigga done did some dirty shit, y'all still quick to. He ain't did. I heard the nigga say, man, that nigga ain't snitched on me, so shit. I've even said it on the podcast, like, shit, I know niggas that be like, shit, he ain't snitched on me, so I ain't, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't got nothing to me. That shit got to do with them niggas over there. That shit still fraudulent shit. The reason why I ain't got no friends because niggas don't like how I talk.
People get real offended when you get the telling the truth.
Yeah. Niggas don't like when I keep it real. Like, man, come on, just keep it a bunt. Every nigga know me. Two things a nigga is always gonna say about me is that nigga be trying to be funny, and that nigga don't be lying about that shit for real. Cause I ain't got no time to be lying about no real shit. Cause I try to stay away from that real shit.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I know it is because I try to push it off me.
Yeah.
On that shit, I ain't about to fuck with you niggas like that. Cause I know where to go with me. And I'm not a tough nigga, but I'm scared to death of everybody. So I know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'll end up doing something wrong, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to talk to my son through a phone.
Right. And that be the thing, because like I've seen on another show where they was talking about it, and that person pretty much has the stance like, I don't care about none of y'all enough to go and sit down for y'all. And I'm like, you know what? Point was made. So it's
point was made, but then that the cross was a line was crossed.
Yeah.
Because I would have to do that.
Yeah.
The way I was taught, I would have to talk to my son through a phone. My generation is another generation from them niggas. They'll never talk to their son through a phone. But at the same time, will your son respect you for being a nigga you is?
Yeah. And you know, there's a catch to that, you know, because you don't want your kid to not respect you, but in the same breath, you want to be around to raise your kid. You know, so it's a catch. We got some comments. Yellow Boy says, sorry, I was sharing your link to get some peeps in here. Yes, definitely share. She also says, everyone you grew up with ain't ready for your growth. I don't have friends either. Then we have Starshine So Bright says, hey. She says, all Starshine. And she says hearts. And she says, see, I'm grabbing folks for you guys. Starshine says it's a scary world to raise kids in here. It absolutely is.
Y'all had a beautiful conversation.
Right. So yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a scary world that we living in. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why your foundation at home just has to be very solid. But I do agree with you, you know. It's a lot going on.
You got to stick to your conventions. Listen.
Yeah.
Again, especially with the situation happening with Durk.
Yeah.
Stick to your conventions. Durk is always portrayed the individual that stays solid even when a case got brought up. And now he sees that him staying solid don't represent the niggas that was even close to him staying solid. So what he has to do is see that resolve and then double down, 10 toes down on what he believes in.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing I will tell you from experience, anybody on the interwebs, nobody gives a fuck when you try to explain, oh man, that nigga told on me though. He told on me first. Don't nobody give a fuck about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't do that. Don't do that, Durk. Don't be like, okay, so this nigga told on me. I'm gonna be that kind, like, cause don't nobody. Both of y'all still in the same boat. Like, you know, the funny part is it depends on how much money y'all got and how much pull y'all got in the industry. The nigga that they gonna outweigh. You know, the nigga that told on you ain't got shit coming. So I'll just say that right there.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't got shit coming because he ain't got enough pull that Durk has. At the same time I say that, I'll say this. Durk bet not turn around and say anything about anything that this nigga did, because it's gonna put him in the same predicament. You just stay quiet, don't say nothing, let that shit ride out, and then just hopefully, you know what I'm saying, this thing end up becoming a mistrial and you just go past it. Don't fuck with the nigga that was under you on no back and forth shit. It's just gonna make you look guilty.
Yeah. This is kind of a messed up situation because for the most part, Durk has been very lucky when it came to the law. You know what I mean? He has gotten out of some very, very, very sticky situations. This one, we gonna
From the
see
jump, like
yeah, we gonna see once the
he got it.
evidence comes out on what they actually have on him, on how solid this case is going to be. But it just, it just, it just is like, is his luck running out, or is his luck going to continue to thrive? You know, because this is a little different. Like one of his homeboys had a freaking wire. We got some more comments.
Wire.
Starshine says, I have a biracial son with special needs, and I don't know how to explain the police to him or have these police trained to deal with him. I'm not sure where you're at, Starshine, but I know that they are starting to get better with how they deal with people. They're working with nonprofits. I know where we're at in Kansas City, they are starting to work with nonprofits on how to deal with people with issues. Oh, she says she's in Atlanta. Yeah, I'm not sure about how they work in Atlanta. I just know Kansas City in particular.
All right.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna because that's my field. That's I will say this. Hey, check this out. Yes, especially in Atlanta, it is not a lot of different programs and things for those type of individuals. But what I will say is CIT officers or crisis intervention officers are worldwide. So I always ask for a CIT officer if things step out of hand when you actually need a different assistance when it comes to that. I'm actually a person that trains CIT officers. So I would implore you to do that because they focus on de-escalation.
Yeah,
And
but
so
that's what they're called specifically. Like
exactly,
I would be, you know, for lack of a better term, scared if my child was out and a officer harassed them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where it kind of is like, okay, we do need to have this conversation. But with you having a biracial son, I'm assuming he's black presenting. So the police are gonna look at him as a black child. And that's just me being ignorant. I'm assuming that. But you know, some of these police are just, you know, just ornery and they just don't care. So yeah. How would you
you got it.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Go ahead. No, I'm waiting on you.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask, like, how would you give advice for somebody that has a black presenting special needs son that's out in the public when they see a police officer that's maybe harassing them?
Same rules apply. Because you have a black son, period, that's having a breakdown. You would call for a CIT officer and you would thoroughly, because what a lot of times what they do is they try to look for a crime. So they'll give you a scenario of, what's the color, what's the size, between this, between that, what's the weight, what's that. You really have to cut that shit off and be like, hey, my son's name is Gabriel. Gabriel is 5'7", 157 pounds. What is that? His name is Gabriel. He is 5'7", 157 pounds. He needs a CIT officer. Because what dispatch does is I always try to give you a root scenario of things. Keep telling them what your kid is so they can put you in a scenario. And the only reason why I say that, especially living in the town that I am, that I live in, you have to browbeat it in there so they will not get caught up in looking for a crime. My son is having a mental breakdown, or they're having a break at this moment. What I need you to do is come in there to help, not to look for a crime.
Yeah. But no, what she's going with, which is what I was thinking as well. She says, though I'm saying I don't want him getting shot by some crooked cop because they think he moving funny. So, say for instance, they were walking down the street, and then we just see some cop that just want to just harass him for some reason, but he's a black presenting kid that's special needs, and they don't know that, they just see a black kid. So
And I
how
would
would
say
you have
keep your
that talk
camera.
with your kid to on how to
I
move?
always have. To talk to my kid. I would have if my kid with special needs was every time that we move together. I always keep your phone on.
Hmm.
Um, Second thing I would talk to my kid if my kid has special needs and that level is the way of regulating because it's not the world that's against you. Sometimes it's just how you feel in your opinion. Like I've been in the special needs field for at least I started this job 11 years ago, but before that I worked in my mother's daycare since I was 18 years old. So the thing that I do want to tell people is you gotta let people recognize what they do. So you gotta like if someone spazzes out, you have to say, "Hey," not dwelling on it, not even bringing up like past shit that they done. You have to sit there and have a conversation like, "Hey, what just happened today?" And they have to talk to you, and you have to really like walk it down. Like, what can we do to make this work, or what can we do to change the dynamic? Do you need me to be here on this day, or do you need me to be here on this day? Keep in mind that I'm not going to be here every day. I'm just going to teach you these type of trainings because a lot of people get caught up on saying, "Yeah, I'm always going to be here every Thursday, every Tuesday." I don't never do that to people, but I tell people when I'm here, I want to teach you this type of fundamental in this type of game. And so when I'm not there, I want you to follow suit.
Hmm.
And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Then we have to go to the game board and we have to figure out how me and you can work this game plan together so we won't continue to do the things that I know is going to hinder you from what you really want to do.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So it's
it's a
just something
different
you have
ball
to
game when it comes
keep
to that.
drilling in certain tactics on what her son can do while she's not there. That if her son were
Yeah,
to encounter the police. Yeah, she says,
it's a lot of
that's
things.
amazing. Yeah, she said that's amazing advice. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, Starshine. Yeah, because that was a great question, and that does play into what Lily actually does for his 9 to 5. So we really appreciate that question.
Yeah,
Yellow Bug
I was
says,
about to say like I ain't really I'm not telling y'all no BS. This is what I do every day.
yeah, yeah. And so Yellow Bug says some people get a big head when they get a badge thinking they untouchable. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. They do get a big head, and it just really sucks when they do because you
Right.
can't.
And so my bad,
Mhm.
cuz. What
Oh
was you
no,
about
you
to say?
good. No, I was just saying you can't talk them down from that big head.
Yeah, you can't talk them down. The whole thing in a nutshell is I always tell people, look at it in the humanizing experience. Like you have to humanize everything. Um, we have all been in situations where we have spazzed out. We was just waiting on this to happen or this to happen,
Hmm.
and we will cause a whole ruckus. Every last person in the world has lived through that. When you humanize that you have lived through that, you have to understand that in certain people's situations, their light might be bigger than yours, just because of the where they at. Special needs people, I tell people all the time, they automatically have a special power because they get people's attention.
Hmm.
So because you know that, you got to be right there with them because you got to walk them down that road. You don't want them to make a mistake because you don't want them being special needs people get falsely accused and get put in jail for the wrong reasons.
Hmm.
Only reason I say that is because I know this offhand. So somebody has to be there to walk them through it. Like, hey, I get it, I understand. Like, if you want to spaz out and you want to do that, then this is the consequences. But if you don't want to do that, just walk with me. Walk with me, have a conversation with me. Let's do this. If that doesn't work, because I'm never telling nobody it works 100% of the time. But when it's never even presented, it never works.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. That makes
Present it
sense to
first.
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to try it.
you got to present it first.
It got to be tried for it to be fail. So yeah. Oh, let's see. Yellowbug says my daddy was a cop. He retired. He never looked down on the folks. Hell, I had a friend who was wanted. My daddy invited her to dinner, told him to go take a shower, and my dad took him downtown. Mm. So story time
Yeah,
says,
that on it. That just sounds that sounds like something that you should expose to Lifetime. Like I
yeah.
don't know even how I can respond to that. You have to break that down into context.
You're right. I need the backstory. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Starshine says, I took him to the park today and he had a huge meltdown and everyone was mad at him and me because he was acting out. I shouldn't have to apologize for him being autistic. No, you should not have. You shouldn't have to.
No,
Yeah.
do not ever do that. What you got to realize, and in that moment, is you got to realize what makes him comfortable, what makes him uncomfortable in a spot full of public people. And I can only say that from the individuals that I deal with. When you put them in a spot like that, and then they become a disturbance, then you have to find what their narrative is when they can be in public. But again, you know what I'm saying? But they're comfortable. A lot of times they're not comfortable like that just by themselves. So they need their comfort spaces. They need their comfort things. They need their comfort zones. So you have to figure that out before you want to take them out in public.
Yeah. And when kids have meltdowns, whether they're autistic or not, I mean that's just what kids do. They throw temper tantrums, they have meltdowns and stuff. Like the people that get irritated with that is something more wrong with them than with the kid. The kids being a kid,
Exactly.
you know what I
Exactly.
mean? Yellowbug says my daddy said you treat everyone the same. My parents adopted me when I was one. They're 50s and 69s. They are white. I'm mixed, black, white, and Hispanic. Wow.
Nah, take that white out of there. You black and Hispanic because that's how they look at you. I don't know how I don't know how you would word it, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. That white side of your family is not is not rooting for that white side of you. They got a biracial kid. That's just what it is. But at the same time, I will say this: I'm glad that you have that relationship that you do have with your family.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, but everybody is 100% different. Only thing I can tell you is from experience. I don't have any type of teaching or anything that I can tell you. Everything that I have experience from. I happen to. My mother had a daycare, and then outside of that daycare, I went to be a paraprofessional, and then I also became a behavioral specialist. Um, while I was going through my journey, so my experience is with certain people in general. And so, with my experience, what I do deem and what I tell everybody off the flip is the thing that throws people off is this because they try to put an asterisk on what a person is. So, if they say they're autistic, they put this asterisk down and then they say all the problems that come with autistic. The thing that I like to do is say that they're autistic. Boom, I'll put that there, and then I leave all of that open because I want to know. Just because you're autistic doesn't mean that you're not um, capable of understanding, or humble, or have responsibility, or has this, or loves this person, or likes this, or loves to go fishing, or loves. I leave all of that open. A lot of people don't do that, And that is the problem that we're having.
Yeah.
Like this is the back and forth that we're having because you're trying to tell me everything, but you're still trying to focus on what that is. Take that out of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you can have a great conversation about everything that you can do, and it has nothing to do with your whatever's going on in the ailment.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. All right. So Yellow Book gave us the backstory that we requested. She says backstory. He was a guy from the church. He got hooked on drugs and he was still my friend and he did a crime and was wanted. He was homeless, so my dad took him in, excuse me, or yeah, told him that the best thing to do is to turn himself in. And my mom cooked a good meal. Eugene came over and ate, took a good shower. My daddy took him to turn himself in. Then she says, and my mama just passed away, but they never forgot about Eugene. Well, our condolences to you. Yeah, that
Shout
was a
out to
cool
your
thing.
mama.
Yeah, that was a cool thing for them to do, you know. And she said, sorry, I talk so much. You know, you're fine. Star Sean says, great point. Thank you. So yeah. But yeah, so that's Lil Durk.
Yeah, that got real out of the way.
Yeah.
Listen,
But you know,
let's
that's what
just,
we do.
let's just put that
That's what
right.
we
Let's
do.
just put Lil Durk's situation in perspective.
Yeah.
Damn, because that was crazy. Hey,
Yeah.
Lil Durk situation. I'm gonna just keep it a bean and just. I don't know how we. Lindsay can say whatever she want to say after that, but I'm gonna just say this. Um, People have been telling Lil Durk this for years. You got too many people around you. Um, this is a prime example.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever is going on, Lil Durk focused more about revenge than it was him actually moving past it.
Yeah.
If Lil Durk was more moving past this, we wouldn't even be having this even conversation right now. I wouldn't even have talked to them people about what I talked to them about if it wasn't for him having that plague that is revenge on his back. Because Lil Durk is way past that, but he got caught up in that. And the this man has been wearing a wire for a long time, y'all.
Yeah.
Like the guy that is had this wire, he's had this wire for a while. They allowed Dirk to be as famous as he wants. It's one of them things where like my grandma used to say, hey, you know, they let you do it. They let you provide all the rope that you want to provide. They just kick away the chair. And that's how they
Mm-hmm.
hang you.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Star Sign says, will he get a bond? He's being extradited by the feds. Like, the local cops were holding him, and then they were holding him because of the feds wanting him to be held so that they can come get him and extradite him over to California, where he will be tried at. But yeah, so as of now, he does not have a bond. Um, and Yellow Boy says, I don't think he will because he booked the flights and hired a private jet. Yeah, and you know, they might go on ahead and deny him because of that fact, because he might be a flight risk, you know. Um, and then she also says everyone told him to slide for Vaughn. I did see that on Twitter last night as well. Somebody had said, you know, everybody was coming down on him for not sliding for Vaughn, and now they're coming down on him for actually trying to do something about that. So yeah. So you damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I wouldn't have never slid for Vaughn. Like if God forbid, like listen, I don't
Yeah.
wish death or talk shit about anybody's thing, but I will say this off the flip. I wouldn't have never slid for Vaughn. I would have just made sure Vaughn's family was cool and Vaughn's kids was okay. And I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about what another nigga had to say about it. Cause fuck you, nigga. Cause y'all not
Right.
doing nothing. Y'all saying I'm supposed to find this and I'm supposed to put a nigga on a stake for what? At the end of the day, that's not gonna bring this nigga back.
Right. Right. But that's street politics. You know what I'm saying? And the craziest part about that is that the main motherfuckers that's talking about street politics are not street motherfuckers. That's the craziest part about it. Like,
Exact.
you know what I'm saying?
See,
Like,
this is the
it's
thing that
crazy.
irritates me, cuz.
And then on top of that, you're talking about Lil Durk sliding for Vaughn. Lil Durk is the main event out the crew. That's the one that should be protected at all costs. He should not have nothing to do with nothing on top of nothing. But the fact that he kept getting in trouble and kept getting free, and stuff being dropped and all this kind of stuff, because that last shit that they had with Vaughn, Durk was a part of that too. But because
Yeah.
Vaughn passed away, they ended up putting all the shit on Vaughn and they let Durk go. So that's why I keep saying, like, he's so lucky when it comes to these cases that it's just like, damn, not another case. Like, and this one just ain't looking good. Just off the top, it just ain't looking good. Like I said, we got to see when more of the shit come out, but it's crazy. It's just freaking crazy how all this is going on. But
The shit.
yeah, like
Yeah.
like you said, like I wouldn't have I think his luck ran out too. But yeah, I wouldn't have slid for Vaughn either. Like you said, I would have made sure that his family was okay. And I would have went on ahead and lived my superstar life. Because that's the best thing that you can do is go and live your life.
I'm not sliding for Vaughn. It's no disrespect.
Disassociate yourself from all the fuck shit and be successful. Like, you sliding for Vaughn for what? So you can be back. So you can be back in a predicament that you're in now.
So the thing that I've been saying is, see, this is the thing that I don't get. Everybody has their own opinion about certain things, and they say you're supposed to be doing this, you're supposed to be doing this. How do you think Vaughn will feel about this? Like, let's bring this all the way down. What do you think Vaughn will be thinking about? You think if somebody were to sit down, like, say if niggas was realistic and they told you what was going on, and they say, hey, I'm gonna put an insurance claim out for you for $1 million. And you're like, why you do that? Like, you ain't gotta do that. Like, I'm good. I ain't never gonna die. I'm gonna live forever, nigga. I'm gonna give you like 3 hours. You say, but just in case you don't, I'm gonna give you $1 million. And then I'm gonna make sure your kids are taken care of. And not only do I make sure your kids are taken care of, all the money that all the money you get, I'm giving to you. Like, you decide whatever to do with this money. Like, I'm giving you this money, but I'm telling you off the flip, if something happens to you, I'm gonna make sure that, like, this goes to your peoples. Like, this is shit that Durk did.
Yeah.
Like, I want people to understand this. It's not no downplay to Durk. This not no shoot Durk down. This ain't no he should have did this or he should have did this. Durk and Vine came in the game already wanted, and they didn't want to leave the area they was from. So they made sure that they had plans to make things happen. Whatever's going on as far as Durk's case, Durk should have learned from Vine. I gotta get the fuck up. I gotta stop doing that type of shit. Mm-hmm. I gotta really be focused on when I put insurance plans out on my niggas. It's just really insurance plans out on my niggas. I shouldn't expect it to happen that fast.
Yeah,
that's the only difference. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. That's the only difference. This is what he's going through right now. Is he got a nigga that wore a wire for 12 years. And that nigga he just listened to all of the extra shit that was going on. I'm gonna sign you for this. I'm gonna sign you for this. If you think about it, you sign a nigga for as long as he ain't got high blood pressure or anything else, because it always has to be blood work. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if y'all don't know how life insurance works, I always have to be blood work into it. If I got 10 fucking artists and I do all this, and all of a sudden 5 of them die through shootings, I got $1 million policies on them, then I'm fucking rich. I don't have to do shit else. Like, I'm laughing, but I'm keeping it 100. They don't have to do shit else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a point. That's a point. Yellowbug says, Vaughn, I think Vaughn would be like, what the fuck? Now we both jammed up. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, seriously.
Yeah, you shouldn't have never been on that. You had enough money. Again, you don't ride for me. You make sure my kids good. Give them my insurance, or whatever my insurance was, you give it to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But I think he let the pressures of the people saying that he need to slide on him on that street politics shit. Move the can, Lily.
Oh shit, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So
my bad.
I just really think he let that street politics shit get to him. And
I was appalled when you said that. That's why I sit that can down.
Oh. But I mean, what else can it be? But like other stories, we will definitely be keeping our good eye on this story and come with updates once they come out. So yeah, she said now Durk got a bedtime. Right. So
man.
So yeah, so on to lighter things. This past week,
I bet you. I hold on before we go over that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I'm an asshole, so I'm gonna say this just because I want to see what y'all say as a people. I bet you, Durk, white baby mama, the only one holding down if he stay in jail. Boom, and I said it. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. I bet you. I bet you. Durk's white baby mama is the only one holding down when he in jail.
I hope she is so many light years removed.
She ain't.
Hope so, because if
she ain't,
that'd be crazy. I would hope that his fiance would be the one holding him down, but I've seen.
She won't.
I've seen.
She won't.
That the one that you engaged to or married to, they the ones that turn their back on you first. So I've definitely seen it happen. So
you watch how that nigga eyes look. I ain't saying Durk ain't a killer. I ain't never saying that. I ain't saying Durk ain't no bad motherfucker. What I'm saying, Durk eyes look like he only attract weird looking white women. Then I'm gonna just keep it 100.
She ain't weird looking no more. She had to come up.
Yeah, but she started off weird looking.
She did. Yeah.
It is what it is.
They didn't look equally
again. It's not no downplay to nobody. They could have been equally yoked. They just look different.
Back then. Because
back then
they didn't look equally yoked.
It was a convenience for Durk, and it was opportunity for her.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. It was convenience for Durk, opportunity for her. I bet you she the only one holding him down if he get locked up for a long time.
Well, for her, I would hope that's not the case. But, I've seen it. I've seen it happen. Shit. We have a weekly representation of that shit happening for the past, 8 years? And that is called Love.
You feel me?
So,
you feel me?
Yeah, right.
You feel me? Shit is gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
You said that like I feel like it's not gonna happen. We're watching the shit unfold.
No, I don't feel like it's not gonna happen. I hope that it won't happen. I hope for her it won't happen. So yeah,
Dirk baby first baby mama gonna hold him down.
yeah. So Yellow Bug said,
I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say, and that's no disrespect to Dirk's baby mama. I'm just saying, cause she know what he can do.
mhm.
She been with him when he wasn't shit. She know what he can do. She gonna hold him down. Man, you crazy if she don't.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen stranger things happen, and like I said, we have
She
a pretty
wa-
clear representation of it happening. So yeah,
She watched that nigga go from getting nothing and like booking Chief Keef to actually being worth way more money than anybody she's ever known. She
yeah,
is going to hold that nigga down.
yeah, yeah. Well, for him, he would definitely hope. He would definitely hope that she would. So, but Yellow Bug says the streets still the streets. Dirk gotta eat prison food. Yep, shake my head, laugh my ass off, laughing emojis. She will.
Thank you.
Because she was there before he was famous. Yeah.
Exactly.
Starshine says Tory Lanez was found innocent. Mm,
He should have been.
I haven't heard that one. I haven't heard that one. Last I heard about Tory Lanez was that his last appeal got denied. So, but I'll definitely.
He should have been. Listen, that she ain't. Nobody's ever like all the link footage. Nobody leaked footage about her shots in the foot.
The girl was shot, but by who is the question?
But by who is the question? Again, though, man, come on, man. They got shots of Tupac. If Tupac's shit can be broadcast, you think they can't find Megan's shoe print? That hoof with a bullet wound in it, they can't find that.
She didn't have
That's
on her
at least a
shoes.
size 12.
She didn't have her shoes on when she got shot.
That's at least a size 12. They ain't got an example picture.
They do. They got video. We saw all the bleeding on the video. She was shot.
Lindsay.
We're not going down this road. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you how I know.
Oh God.
On certain things, when certain things happen to you, they take pictures.
They did take
don't
pictures.
Have pictures.
They do.
Do we have them?
Meg put them out herself because people was thinking that she didn't get shot altogether, and she put
I need to see those real pictures. Not only do I need to see those, do you have them? Can you pull them up?
Let me see. Lord, after I literally just said I wasn't going there with you about Meg.
Yeah. Because I'll be that kind.
But yeah. Anywho, this has nothing to do with this has nothing to do with King Von or Lil Durk.
Nothing, but it has everything to do with it because evidence matters.
Right. Evidence matters. And I'll pull it up here in a second. But yeah. So, but while we're talking about rappers with court cases, yeah, Young Thug. Well, before we go to Young Thug, hold on. Let me pull it up. There. That's her foot. Jeez Louise.
Glass. That's not a fucking bullet.
Oh
That's
my
glass.
God. Oh Lord. All right. Lord have mercy.
I can only speculate what a bullet wound looks like. That's a ricochet. I know what a bullet wound looks like. That's glass.
Lord. All right. The girl got shot. I can't. Yellow Boy says
She
she
did.
don't like Meg, but she was shot by her friend. Um, let's see. She
I
said,
agree. I agree that Tory Lanez didn't shoot her.
I'm still like the case is crazy, but at the end of the day, the girl got shot and she didn't deserve to get shot. So, she says YNW Melly, what you think about that?
YNW Melly mistrial should have been all that. YNW Melly, I hate to say it like this, but I'm gonna keep it 100 because of how the trial looked to me. It should have been a mistrial a long time ago, and it should not have been a mistrial with what's the word I'm looking for? Because the reason why they was able to bring without prejudice, it should have been a mistrial with prejudice, so it shouldn't ever been brought up again.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, of course, yeah, they had the video. But they also had they also had explanation of certain things. It's like I'm never saying nobody's guilty. Like this is what the world has went to. I'm never saying anybody is not guilty for anything. But if they have video evidence that exonerates them, it is nothing nobody can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, this is the thing. This is the thing that works for certain demographics, but don't work for everybody. And because I'll never say white man or black man or anything because I done seen white men convicted of some shit they shouldn't be convicted for, and that's only because I ain't got enough money to pull up the evidence for real.
Yeah. You know, I saw on Twitter when they were talking about OTF Jam. Somebody had said on Twitter, now I see why Melly offed his friends. And I was like, ooh, that's a hard tweet.
Yeah,
that's a hard
yeah,
tweet.
because that sound but it's the truth though. Like
yeah.
Like if you think, yeah, it's the truth.
Yeah, when you get the
if
like,
things come out the light like that, if things come out the light like it's been coming out the light, like yeah, now you know why he did that. He was like, nah, get the fuck about me.
Right. But yeah, so back on Young Thug. So this past week, they were back in court again, and there has been issues with the prosecution from the jump. There have been several times where they should have called a mistrial and they didn't. But now it's like we're kind of on mistrial watch because the latest thing was that they had somebody read off a tweet and the prosecution did not give them the redacted version. And the redacted version had a free such and such. And this particular person is a co-defendant, and they did not want it. They did not want the jury to know that this person was in jail. And what you're saying, hashtag free such and such, that implies that that person is incarcerated. Because why are you saying free? So that was read off. So now it's looking like the judge may look into this being grounds for a mistrial. What do you think about that?
That was the dopest setup I've ever seen in my life by anybody who is playing defense.
I thought the last time they had that one-on-one conversation with Woody, I thought that was a dope ass setup. Because when I say that Woody stood on absolute business and didn't give a fuck, he stood.
Exactly. Now, we have watched at least 3 times where this should have been a mistrial.
Mm-hmm.
We have watched, I'm talking about, we have seen judge removed and we have seen mistrials happen in this shit real time. if this doesn't mean a mistrial, then they're literally trying to, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with everybody listening to me. They're really trying to brainwash you into listening to a different narrative. If this is not a mistrial, it is no way that they have been going through this whole time, and they can't blur off a hashtag on anything. They
Of all things.
of all things, this is shoddy mismanagement of what a fucking trial is supposed to be.
It's
Y'all
so
talking
bad. It's like
about
they did
young
it on
thugs
purpose.
lawyers. Exactly. Y'all talking about young thugs lawyers. At this point, I think the state is self-sabotaging themselves.
Yeah, it's like they did it on purpose. But they have been chastised several times by this new judge. You know what I'm saying? And she chastised them again because she's like, this is sloppy. Like this ain't even first year law student level. Y'all on some bullshit.
So this is when my Malcolm is gonna come and say, and pause when I said that because I don't want nobody to be like, "Hey, you said Malcolm come." Pause. But real shit. This is when you literally have a man on trial, and you are stopping his growth, his family's growth, and his children's growth because you want us to be stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is exactly what it is because everything that they're bringing up, everything that they're talking about, even that Woody shit that he comes out with, that goofy ball shit, he is doing it because he knows it's goofy ball shit. Young Doug don't give a fuck about what that nigga talking about because he know he can't hold nothing against him. That nigga can say whatever. He can say, yeah, we shot this and this and this and this and this. Like, I almost think that it was almost calculating. We was like, yeah, we shot up Rich Homie Quan Daddy barbershop, and then Rich Homie Quan died. So he can't, they can't even, it's not a nigga that can testify over that. The
Right.
daddy ain't gonna do it because fuck it.
Yeah. It is what it is at this point. Yeah. I mean,
It's like nothing.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The whole situation is crazy. This should have been a mistrial, like you said, a long ass time ago. It really should have. And now they're offering pleas, and some of the people are taking pleas, but Young Thug declined. Young Thug did decline. So Starshine says,
Yeah, I'm not.
Mm-hmm. What were we gonna say?
I'm not taking no play. I'm not taking no
Right.
play. I'm
Yeah,
waiting till all this shit get done, and then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna sue y'all for defamation of character.
Right. I'm gonna sue y'all for my time being
I don't
here.
give a fuck how long that lasts. That could be I could last that for the rest of my life. Y'all gonna forever know that I'm gonna be on y'all back because of the bullshit y'all did to me.
Yeah. Yeah. But what I heard was that they probably will dismiss it without prejudice, and that's the one where you can retry it, right?
So yeah, that no, if they do it with prejudice, yeah, you're right. If they do it without prejudice, they can bring it back up.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
They have to do it with prejudice.
Yeah, what I heard is that they're gonna do it without, but in the same breath, they're looking at like it probably won't happen because it's been so fucked up. Like at this point, you know.
Yeah.
Starshine says it's the fact that the judge said she was trying to help the state fix their sloppiness. Right, right. And then she said, especially this week alone, in regards to all the bullshit, you know. Yellow Bug says this judge is violating all kinds of civil rights. Starshine says Fannie about to get voted out, and a new DA is going to dismiss the charges. You're probably right about that. I can't wait to hear his first day out song is going to be fire. Right. He's probably rewrote it about 10 different times. That mother's going to be perfection when he get out.
Dude, listen. I'm gonna tell you this. There's And I'm a breaking news. Like y'all think y'all know breaking news, but I'm gonna breaking news. Out of everybody that snitched and talked about things, um, I can guarantee you, Young Thug told I want to get this right before I fuck this shit off. What was the young man's name that everybody was going against?
Who?
That they was like he collabed and then he got off.
I don't know who you talking about.
That fuck with Young Thug.
Oh, you talking about
Gunna. I can guarantee you, Gunna's gonna have a Young Thug. If this a mistrial and he actually gets free, Gunna gonna have a collab with Young Thug real fast.
Yeah.
I believe that, and the only reason why I believe that is because these niggas believe in snitches. Young Thug believe in snitches.
I don't think Gunna snitched because I remember when he took his plea, he had it specifically state that he was not cooperating against Thug.
Okay, so let me tell you what it is to get exonerated.
Okay.
It's one thing to get exonerated on paper. That means you ain't never got to talk to nobody, nothing. Boom, you get off. Another thing to say that you were privy to certain things and you agree to it on camera. So that means that yes, this is a gang. Yes, they do gang activity. You've never incriminated yourself on any gang activity, but yes, it's a gang. I've seen these. I've seen them do this, and I've seen them do that. If go back to the whole situation of before when he was about to get out, he agreed to YSL was a gang. YSL was gang affiliated. YSL had certain cases. Like when you do that, you automatically incriminate yourself.
Okay.
So you're a snitch. It doesn't. However way you go, whatever you said at that moment, you become a snitch.
Okay, I got what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Starshine says, I don't think Gunna and Thug are going to be as close as they was before. I don't think so either. I don't think they're gonna be as close as they was before, but will they collab?
Oh no, but he's definitely gonna collab with him. I promise you.
Yeah. Yeah, because
if this was no whole thing of making him do it so he could do it, like maybe he was like he always looked at him like this weird ass nigga. I don't really fuck with this nigga like that, but I'm gonna put him a part of the camp. But then when I get out, yeah, I'm gonna definitely make music with him.
Yeah, because making music is something totally different.
That is.
So, but we are on mistrial watch, so we shall definitely see how this works out. So yeah, free Thug, but
now you have to make a mistrial watch thing.
Yeah, I know, right? I am. So,
Young Thug should be out. Like this is the longest bullshit. I ain't even gonna lie. Young Thug, if anything, they should give him time served. Like this nigga's been in jail for a long time.
Yeah, right, and they should respect the fact that he don't want to do no plea because the shit's about to get thrown out. Don't be trying to throw me no plea at the last minute when you know the shit about to get thrown out. Excuse me, y'all trying to save face at this point.
Yeah.
He's
the smartest nigga ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't accept a goddamn thing. Like, no. Starshine says, you think we gonna hear something Monday? Monday? Maybe Tuesday. I don't know about Monday because folks don't like to work on the weekend. What you think?
Doug got some of the smartest lawyers. I hate to say it like that, but that is 100. It's 100% true because he's been through this so long. He has a lot of smart lawyers. I ain't saying they the best lawyers. I'm just saying they smart. Knowing that, it just means that eventually it is going to be one of those situations where he is going to be able to walk scot free.
Yeah.
Like I'm just looking at it like the last thing that happened. If y'all don't know the last thing that happened, it's almost like a movie spoiler event. They had a witness read from an affidavit. Is it an affidavit or um, it's just one of them things they just had him read? Whatever. If they had him just read something, it was already redacted in the blue screen, like the teleprompter. So they already like removed the things that was supposed to be removed.
Yeah.
Someone sent him the person that was supposed to speak this shit. Someone sent him a script that wasn't redacted.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have no blank spots or none of that.
Right.
So he just said that out loud. What he said out loud was already dismissed from court. But when he said it to the jurors, it automatically became a mistrial.
Yeah.
And automatically, like I don't know because they trying to work it a certain way with certain things and how the government works. But because how I know how the government works with the feds, this is how they gonna have a hard time figuring it out. He already said it to the fucking jury. Now this is like the whole thing in a nutshell. Boom. They can say it's a mistrial, but they have to say it's a mistrial beyond prejudice. Like you can't say because they did this or because that. No, it's a mistrial. Period. That's what's gonna send young Doug home real fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Yellow Bud says yes, the state gave him the wrong paper. That's the crazy part. It was the state that did it. You know.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I'm not trying. I ain't trying to fuck you up. You trying to fuck yourself up.
You trying to fuck yourself? That's why I'm like, maybe they're doing this shit on purpose because their fuck ups are like not even first year law student fuck ups. You know what I'm saying? She says, I agree, time served. But Starbright says, but in order for him to get time served, Moody can. He got to plead guilty. They only offering pleas because they don't have a case. Exactly. I don't like, yeah. And Yellowbug says the state is a hot mess. Yeah. The state really is a hot mess down here in Georgia. Like they trying to pin this shit on him so tough that they got a hard on for him and they're not thinking with their brains, they're thinking with their hard ons. And their hard ons are gonna get them fucked up in the game at the end of the day. They're not gonna keep Thug. Free Thug. They might as well came up with the damn decision Friday. So he could have had his weekend. Shit.
You know the crazy part is y'all so fucked up in life. Y'all not really understanding that y'all have to free this man. Like the thing that's been coming up, like you got we didn't switch out 3 judges. My lawyer done been to jail with me. We are listening to everything that y'all saying, and we have our evidence. We got this weird ass nigga like really saying like he's really on stage telling y'all, I just told y'all anything y'all want to hear. And they're like, what you talking about? Like, I just told y'all anything that y'all wanted to hear. I just wanted to get free. And they're like, what do you mean you wanted to get free? And he was like, hey, I was witness to when they shot up Rich Homie Quan's house, Daddy house, or Daddy's barbershop. All of this shit that has been going on, none of this shit has tied back to Young Thug. None of it. Like none of this shit is tied back to him. He's just sitting there getting fat. Like, damn, like how long do I gotta do this? Like none of this is tying back to him.
Right. Right.
They
I
even
just
got a
wanted,
nigga who became famous
yeah.
for snitching on him and then
He
turned around and was
is,
like, I just say whatever.
right. Right. He is pretty much, cashing out right now. He really is.
Man,
And we didn't even know this motherfucker before then. but um
exactly.
but yeah. Huh. So Yellowbug says Fanny just wondering where to take Nathan Wade next. She ain't thinking about this case no more. Oh my goodness. So yeah, then she says getting them fired. So yeah, but speaking of cases getting retried and thrown out and re-examined and all that kind of stuff. She did say, what about P. Diddy? We talked about P. Diddy at the beginning. So once we're done, just go back to the beginning of the show and then you'll hear our thoughts about P. Diddy.
Yeah, because what we not doing is double backing on P. Diddy, because
Yeah.
nigga, listen, I love you. I love you as a person. Because I love you as a person, I would say this. If you're an individual that is going to defend anything that Puffy is doing, then me and you don't have to have a conversation. You can just double back on what we said already.
I doubt that she would, judging by what she said so far. She's probably in the general census with the rest of us. But
You be
revisiting
surprised.
cases.
I've had less answers.
Yeah, but revisiting cases, we have the Menendez brothers who they are considering resentencing. Now they have already spent about 34 years in jail for the murder of their parents. And the reason why they're being resentenced is because they they have alleged that the father was physically and sexually abusing them, and the mother was complacent about it. They alleged that back when the trial was going on, and I guess for the most part they didn't believe him during the trial. So they have evidence saying that it may have very well have been true. And one of the things that is brought up was that one of the brothers wrote a letter to the cousin, and in the letter he detailed the abuse. And so, you with this.
I just want to. I just want to be. I don't give a fuck as much as possible. I really don't. I just really don't give a fuck about it. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just really don't give a fuck about it.
So, what don't you give a fuck about as far as them being resentenced?
I don't. I just really think there is no way that Menendez brothers are going to get out of or should get out of jail. The reason why I just don't give a fuck is because for the simple fact of this and this only. The amount of money that you blown before the ink was even signed on your mother and father's will. That's the thing that gets me so much about this trial. This trial came out in 1989. If y'all do not know, people that are listening to us, and I think it was probably more than that. I just remember 1989.
I think they killed him.
Even okay, boom, 1989. My nigga, I was fucking 6 years old when this shit happened, and I realized that was wrong as fuck. this is my thing in a nutshell. They went through this whole thing of being locked up after they blown so much money. So let's just put this in perspective. My mama died. Say my mama worth $3-4 million, and my mama died. I would just start blowing money like I'm living my best life. Because it wasn't like I was spending money because I was in mourning. Like it would be a difference if they was like buying like um murals for their mom and dad, and they were buying like like whatever the fuck they needed in the house. Like nah, they was buying like Rolexes and like hair pieces.
Not hairpiece.
Like no real shit, hair pieces.
I
Because
know.
one of them niggas been going bald since it was like 1920.
But I'm just saying, out of all the extravagant things they bought, you said Rolexes and hair pieces.
Hair pieces. Rolexes and hair pieces. Because them shits is expensive. Especially back then. In 1989? Cuz, think about that.
Okay.
Really think about it. 1989. Hair piece got you some money. Because you, exactly, like you said, you're going to have to ride a drop top with this hair piece. Niggas was paying 20-30 racks for a hair piece.
Oh, yeah. Right.
What you talking about?
Right. It's more than just a hair club for men.
Them niggas was killing their mama and daddy for that. That nigga, he started becoming bald early. Mama for a bust down. Listen. I don't give because I'm not one of them people. I didn't subscribe to that fucking movie like, nah, we gotta look at this and look at that. Like I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid when this trial was going on. And I thought that shit was weird for you. I thought that shit was weird for you to kill your mama and daddy. And then when I looked into that shit, I thought it was really weird. You killed your mama and daddy because they didn't do what you wanted them to do.
You know, the part that I found was weird when I was a kid, was that they killed their mama and daddy because of the abuse. And nobody cared. Nobody tried to hear them out. Nobody just y'all lying. Life. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, this is why motherfuckers don't come out. This is why motherfuckers don't say nothing.
Okay.
But
so
then you know, but only was on the outskirts of the thing. I wasn't engulfed in it like I was as a kid engulfed in the OJ trial. You know. So
yeah. That's what I was about to say. I went from Menendez to the OJ trial. So I went from 89 and then went through it because TV One was my shit. Like
TV One went out back then.
You want to say that again?
TV One was not out back then.
Yeah. Okay. So I will say this. TV One came out in 88 to 89.
TV One, the cable channel.
The cable channel.
No, they was Radio One back then. They was on the radio, but it wasn't the TV.
Oh, so okay. So I'll give you that because I ain't gonna go through the technical. I ain't gonna. I'm like, I remember listening to the same bitch, so don't do that. So I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll let you ride on that. The same fact, but I always knew about the Menendez trial and the OJ trial. Again, we are both 83 babies. I've been knowing about the Menendez from 1989, and I've been knowing about OJ since 1992. I hope that's accurate in the years, but that I know it was a couple of separations.
You talking about the OJ murder or just OJ period?
OJ period.
Yeah. So but yeah, early 90s when I found it because the whole Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I've been knowing about the Menendez.
Naked Gun.
I've been knowing about the Menendez since 1980 motherfucking 9. I've been knowing they was going through trial since 1989.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 So, I heard Kim Kardashian is a part of them being resentenced, and more than likely, if they do get resentenced with this new evidence, they'll get time served and then they'll get out because they got life. They got life for the murders. So, yeah, if they get time served, like I said, they've done about 34 years. So, yeah, it'll be the 30 plus years, and then they'll get out. I don't think that they're, like if all the claims are true, which is looking like the evidence is leaning towards it being true, yeah, they ain't got no more parents to kill, so we should be straight. Just look at it like that. Shit.
Oh shit!
They're not a threat to society. There's no more parents.
They're not a threat to parents because their parents are already done. Oh my God, Jasmine! I want to tell you this. Anything happens to the Menendez brothers, check this out. If they get the death penalty, the best thing that'll happen is they're no threat to parents.
Oh my God, it's just a dad joke.
Dad jokes. Like she loves it.
No, I don't.
She loves it. There's no threat to any parent.
There's no threat to any parents. They can walk out. They'll be all right. They'll be all right.
If they die tomorrow,
right.
their ghosts will be okay. No parents will be harmed in the execution of the Menendez brothers.
But not the execution.
Wow.
Even if they were to be released today or tomorrow morning, whichever one, they don't have any more parents to kill.
They don't have any more parents to kill.
Right. Their parents are gone. So yeah.
That is crazy.
You got to look at the glass halfway full, So yeah.
Now I know why you like halfway believe in my beliefs, because you be like, you gotta look at it halfway full. Some of the time that nigga is right.
Right. So Yellowbug says, she says, I wasn't on Earth then. Oh wow. So she wasn't on Earth in 89. Then Starshine. Of
course she wasn't.
Yeah. Starshine says, I have to run. Y'all, this was a nice podcast. I'll definitely be back. Yes, definitely. Love to have you back. Yellowbug says they killed their parents for money. The daddy took them out. Because they were stealing things from folks. It says, yes, hair pieces for men, hair pieces and glue. And she said, I watched the Lifetime movie. I remember and you probably wasn't around because she said she came in 1996. But yeah, but I remember the TV movie about the Menendez brothers. Like they did a TV movie on Fox. Yeah. But they said the mama's brother said they lying. I don't know anything about the suitcase murder lady. But then she also says that TV One launched in 2004. So yeah, so it was Radio One that you was hearing. And it says, man, Kim, she got rich laying on her back. Well, yeah, she took one literally for the team.
Right.
It says Mama leaked that tape. She another one. Yeah. Yep. She said that killed me. I wonder if he gonna get another hairpiece.
Nah, they bald. He bald as a motherfucker
He
now. Like
bald.
he
He's
totally
embraced the
embraced that.
baldness. Yep.
He
He is
embraced the
definitely
shit out that bald.
right.
Not only
Right.
do he look bald crazy too. He look bald crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you put him in a bar and you say some dumb shit to him, like, "Hey man, I believe that Black Lives Matter." He'll kill everybody in that room.
Deal. He looked that crazy.
That's what he looks like. He looks that crazy.
But you know they married.
I don't know if y'all
I
looked
think
at that.
both of them are. I know one of them for sure is married. But
If you pull up his picture, you will believe everything that I'm saying.
yeah. I mean, should I got the picture on the thing? Then she says, "Aunties and uncles better watch it out." Well, the aunties and uncles don't fuck with them.
No.
If they don't fuck with them, they should be straight. But no, they ain't got no more parents to kill.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna say aunties and uncles. Listen. From when he got there, or when they got there to where they at now, and what they've been doing for the years, I won't say aunties and uncles. What I would say is, all the Derricks and the let's say, because it's always that black name that doesn't sound like a black name, but really is a black name. But fuck with black people. Um, um, Demetrius, my nigga, watch out for him. Watch out.
And she also
When he comes your way, Demetrius, watch out, Demetrius.
Right, just walk the other way. She also said, "Nah, he gonna go get one. He gonna go get him a piece, have it cocked to the side with a side part, have him have it have long hair come over that left eye, also very lightly." She says the suitcase murder is the lady talked her boy. Oh, I remember that. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything since that shit came out because I remember seeing that video. Now that was dumb. That was fucking dumb. I'm not getting in a suitcase for nobody. Yeah.
No, we just gonna play a game. Get in the suitcase.
No. Yeah, she zipped it up and begging for his life, and she yelling at him saying, "Fuck you, he did." Yeah, Court TV has it. Yeah, I do remember that video. That was.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Like, listen, I ain't never. I will never be that drunk. Like, it'd never be a situation where I was like, "I'm gonna get in the motherfucking. I'm gonna get in the crate for you." Like, no. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Then the crazy part about it wasn't even them hard case suitcases. It was one of them cotton suitcases. So you would have thought that you would be able to breathe through that motherfucker, but I guess not. Now we know through trial and error you cannot breathe in a suitcase.
Nah, she had to do something different. Cause I'm just keeping them 100. Cause I'm like, every time I go through it, I'm like, damn. As soon as I wrap myself up and think that she's secure and like she's safe, or she thinks she gonna say some crazy shit to me, I'll unzip this motherfucker and just like punch this bitch dead in the face. Like, and I hate to say on no disrespectful way, but I'm gonna keep it real. If I'm wrapped up and she like, I've been waiting to tell your bitch ass like, I'm like, you can't do this and that, and I'm sitting here like this. I can't wait to go this.
Man.
And I'm gonna just hit her. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just punch her dead in the motherfucking face.
I don't think it'll be a jury that convicts you either. Cause that
what?
Like what?
Like, you just locked me in this place. Like, you thought you locked me into this place. Like, yeah, and then you was gonna say, that's why I was fucking your cousin. Cause your dick is little. And that. And you think that nigga don't unzip that motherfucker and be like, oh, for real?
All right, I'm about to scratch this one piece, like like in Kill Bill when she was buried alive and she just hit that one part. I'm about to scratch that
Exactly.
one piece because bitch, I'm getting you. You did what?
Exactly. You think a nigga ain't gonna ride on that? Like that's crazy. I'm like,
You being
I don't.
fucked up.
I just don't understand how people don't think how reality works. Like this nigga gonna get you. Like
Yo, dude, that shit was crazy. Yellow Boy says, guys, you guys are cool as fuck to hang out with on a Saturday. Yes, you are too. Thanks for tuning in. So she
I'm
said
the
he
flip
weighed
family. Come hang out.
right. She said he weighed 108 pounds. He had to be small to be in that damn suitcase. I'm telling you, you couldn't fit my leg into that suitcase, and he fit his whole body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Put his
Yeah,
whole
and she
body
was
in it.
talking shit. Yeah, she was talking mad shit and recorded the shit too. I'm like, you dummy. And then she turned the suitcase upside down. I still was gonna figure it out. Yeah, that's crazy. That
That's the thing I don't understand. Like, how did you even agree to getting that shit if you wasn't even about to break out of that shit and slap the dog shit out the motherfucker to put you in it? Like, my and it's no downplay to that. And the situation, because I don't want to downplay the situation, or I don't want to say the situation wasn't horrific. What I'm saying is, I am never going to be in a situation where that happens to me, and I'm not slapping the taste out of your motherfucking mouth.
Right.
I just don't understand that. Like at the end of the day, you gonna be on this shit. Like, and I want to be 100 with you when I tell you this, and y'all gonna be like, "Oh, this nigga is playing. He's cracking jokes." No, if you put me in that situation where I have to take myself out of something and be in a part of something, and you just be like, "Oh no, that is every day." You gonna be looking just like this, ah, ah, and then you gonna see me like, bitch ass, pussy ass nigga. What the fuck are you niggas doing over here, man? Like, got me fucked up, nigga. I was scared to death, nigga. I got a son to go home to. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, bitch ass nigga? And you like, oh, oh, I was playing.
Right. Don't be having that surprise face.
Bitch ass nigga.
Right. Don't get out surprised now,
Understand.
bitch. You should have left. You should have left this house.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already telling you it's over for you, bitch.
I just don't understand. Like, I just be like, dude, like, because I want my son to. I ain't never gonna tell my son to be one of those men that oppress or try to shoot people down. But I want my son to understand that, like, the thing that you feel jaded about or upset about, nigga, you gotta express that right then and there. You know, I ain't telling him to be the leader amongst all leaders, but I am telling him, like, if they fucking you, you need to tell them, hey man, this some fuck shit.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, Yellow Bug says I'm not even going in a closet. Yeah, don't go in the closet. You got to leave the
Yeah,
like you got to get the
I'm
fuck
not doing
out.
none of that,
Yeah,
bro. You seen how I was? I'm on slap happy. I'm slap happy. I'm getting the fuck out.
Everything. I'm knocking shit off the
Them-
tables. I'm knocking stuff off the top of refrigerators. I'm hiding
Hey, listen.
from pots. I'm doing all that shit. Like, bitch, you got me fucked up.
They calling Lindsay and telling Lindsay, like, hey, just tell him to go to your house. Cause that's the type of shit I'm on. that's the type of shit I'm on. Like, hey, just tell him to go to your house. We all right.
Right.
We good.
Right. So she said, yeah, we all gotta catch a case. Right. She said, like Jack in the Box, I'm jumping out.
Yeah, I ain't with none of that bullshit, man.
I'm popping out like, gotcha, bitch. Like I'm fucking everything up. I'm fucking because you tried to kill me. So we not about to be diplomatic about this shit, bitch. I'm fucking you up. And it's gonna be like that every time I see you. But I
just don't get how people go through it. They just be like, okay, because you put me in a scenario, you was like, it's 3 niggas here. Only 2 niggas gonna leave. You got to go through this. And you think I'm gonna ride? You think I'm not gonna forget that? Like, I'm not gonna let you put me in another predicament like that. As soon as you be like, it's a nigga on 39th Street, I'm gonna go talk to that nigga from 39th Street. Sure, I get it. You want to kill me? I get it. You want to kill me? 100%. You can kill me right now, and I just get this shit over with. Or we can be like, who the fuck is doing this?
Right. Right.
Yeah, who the fuck is doing this? Because at one point, it's safety in numbers. They only think we fucking with we only fucking by ourselves. All right, let's just do this. I don't know. That's just how my mind works.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. But yeah, so that's the Menendez brothers.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Them niggas definitely had the same mentality. I'm sorry. That's the reason why them niggas was locked up.
Right. They're like, I'm gonna get you. Trust and believe, I'm gonna get you. But on to more jail news. Todd Chrisley. Todd Chrisley, was in jail serving a sentence for fraud. And he took on a job in the prison chapel. And he got fired for talking too much.
Yeah.
How ironic is that? How freaking ironic is that? What are your thoughts about him being fired for talking too much in a chapel?
Well, before I will even talk about that, I will say hit the like and subscribe button so we can continue to give you the issue we talk. But again, outside of that, once you hit that subscribe button, I will say this. What in the world can warp us to say that he can't continue to make or do what he's doing at this certain prison? Like, what gets him fired? Like, what happened that got this man fired? Because I get, like, he's a fraud. He's 100% fraud. Like, so anybody listening to him is automatically going to just get led astray because he's a fucking fraud.
Yeah.
And
he obviously wasn't good at it because he's in jail.
Exactly. He wasn't good at it. He's in jail. He's good. He's cool where he's at. Why do we give a fuck that nigga got removed from the church? He's supposed to get removed from the church because, first of all, I'm going to tell everybody who is listening to me right now, let's not act like this nigga wasn't zesty from the beginning. Like, I'm never telling y'all, because when I say this, I really want to say, I'm never telling y'all to not believe who you want to believe, how whatever preference they are in, or whatever group that they represent for. I ain't never telling y'all can't ride with that and do what y'all have to do with that. At the same time, I will say this: when you have the type of people that want to get my mother's attention, you probably don't want to be that flawed.
Yeah. I want to know specifically, what was he talking about? And was he talking during prayer and they told him to be quiet and he just kept talking through prayer? Like, what was it?
In my opinion, I just think he's a real ass scammer. And what ended up happening is when they started realizing that he was scamming, they tried to shut it down without making a real scene.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I mean, it could possibly be. it could possibly be. We do have a question like, is he in federal prison? I'm looking it up now. Let's see. What prison is he in? He's in a prison in Kentucky, so I believe he's in the feds.
Yeah, he definitely fed like that.
Yeah, he's in the feds. He was extra zesty. Like when I first watched what is it? Chrisley Knows Best. I think that was the name of the show. When I first watched it years ago, I was confused because I thought that he was gay, but I'm like, he has a wife and kids, which really honestly don't mean nothing. But I was just like, I don't get it. Is he gay? Like, I don't know. Because I mean, he had an accent. He did have a country ass accent, but it was like country gay. It was like white country. It was like a white country gay accent. But he's supposed to be straight with kids. Like I didn't know what I was watching. It was entertaining, but I didn't know what I was watching. But then when it came out that him and the business partner had a little love thing, allegedly, I was like, well, there you have it. He probably was talking about color schemes. So
I 100% thought he was gay.
Right. I did too. I feel like we're in the majority. I feel like we're definitely in the majority that we thought he was gay. His wife was a beard. You know, how to make the church look better. He, or maybe he was hitting on the inmates that was in there really trying to save their soul, and maybe that's
and so that's how I look at it. I look at it like he's so gay that this small thing to a giant. That nigga going to jail. The problem was he got a job at the church where this nigga like, nah, you're fine. You're totally fine. Don't get mad. It's natural. It's totally natural. Listen, look. My dick hard right now. Like I'm pretty sure he was on that type of shit. Right. That don't mean I wanna. That don't mean I wanna put it in you. But it is. We just natural. It's just a natural feeling. And them niggas was like, nah, I just don't feel right listening to this
thing. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, but I just thought it was a real key that you got fired from your prison job in the chapel. Now, how you get fired?
I've been telling y'all from the gate that niggas. Listen, ain't no history in my mystery. I've been telling y'all that man is something different.
Yeah, that's
putting. Telling y'all that. That is definitely putting it nice. But I've been telling y'all that since he went to jail, y'all ain't gotta worry about this man. He is okay. He is better off in there than anywhere else. And y'all know I've been telling y'all that.
Right. He is okay. Right.
Man is fine. That man is good. He ain't worried about shit. That man is okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's Todd Chrisley. I feel like we've had a whole show of jail shit. Yellow Bug says he was talking about P. Diddy. Oh jeez. All right. So that's Todd Chrisley. So moving on to the last subject about jail shit. this subject is twofold. Not McDonald's. Lord have mercy, I put McDonald's, and it's supposed to be Walmart. I'm moving too fast. I apologize, but yeah, not McDonald's. Sorry, McDonald's, but Walmart.
Y'all coming up though.
Yeah. He wondered if he had it that way. Right, he getting his bunk ready for him. But anyway, so no, not McDonald's, but Walmart. I put Walmart up there. I put McDonald's. Lord have mercy, moving too damn fast. But yeah. Anyway, Walmart. This story is twofold. Walmart has they have a walk-in oven, and they had a 19-year-old employee that unfortunately lost her life because she went into the oven and she did not come out. And I'm just now seeing recently that her mother, who also was an employee, found her. So our condolences go to that family, because especially the mom, because I will hate to even fathom the thought of seeing something like that. You know what I'm saying? And let alone be your child. So Walmart was in the news about that as well. They're still investigating that situation. Because they're saying that the door doesn't lock. So they really don't know what exactly happened. How did she end up in there? And didn't come out. So so our condolences go to that family, and rest in peace to that young lady. The other part about Walmart is that I saw that 2 employees had a shootout at a Walmart. Nobody got hit. They both got arrested. But the fact that you can Google Walmart shooting and so many things come up, you got to get very specific with this story to pull it up. That is crazy. That is crazy. Just that in itself. What?
I'm so fucking glad you said that. Like,
yeah, you gotta be like, okay, Walmart in Atlanta on this date, 2 people, both black men. Like,
the schematics that you had to put there. Listen. All right, we laughing, but this is not funny. This is the honest to God truth.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So many things pop up. But yeah. 2 employees, they still are investigating it. They have both of them in custody, but they don't know the reason behind their shootout. But just the fact that they did have a shootout in the parking lot and they both were employees is like, damn, what was y'all fighting about, to where I was like, I'm gonna catch you outside. Yeah, let's go outside now. I got that shit on me. I got this shit on me too. Let's roll. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that happened on the clock to make y'all do that shit? That's wow,
man.
Yeah, I don't think I've had some coworkers that I did not like, that I did not get along with, but I don't think any of them I would want to go outside and just have a whole shootout with.
Like, and none of this that deep, like nothing. And I repeat, and I will say this again, nothing is that deep. Like, I don't give a fuck what's going on. Like, these people are not, unless, like, it is some crazy fractions of situations where a nigga, because I've been through this situation. A nigga could be like, I don't fuck with this nigga, and this nigga fucked my daughter. I've lived through that life. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Even that doesn't require you to like cash out.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a lot of things that like niggas don't want to admit to, you know what I'm saying, that it's going to happen, and it actually does happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that, all of that, like you said, at the end of the day, it doesn't require you to cash out.
No. Yeah.
But niggas do it all the time.
Yeah. 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 I'm going to keep an eye on this story because I am extremely curious as to what occurred to where they had to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So yeah, Yellow Bug says, man, I don't play with the dead. R.I.P. Yes, definitely R.I.P. to that young lady. Then she says, man, you gotta wear a bulletproof vest to buy toilet paper. Okay.
Damn near.
Man. So she says
Damn near.
it's been a wild year. Yes. Yes. Ever since I think this is all Cat Williams' fault. Ever since that interview dropped, shit has went left. We didn't have and that interview dropped on January 4th. So we had 4 days to get prepared for the rest of this year. Cause I mean. And then she said, I bet it's about a chick. They gonna blame climate change. They probably will. They gonna find something to blame it on. But it could possibly be about a chick that didn't give a damn about none and near one of them. Near one of them.
You know, that'd be, you know, it's so funny because that's the shit to be 100% correct for real. Like motherfuckers be like, well, even us right now, we'll talk about certain shit that we never lived, we never been across, and we only know what the history book of it is. Mm-hmm. What we really don't know is be like, you know why that shit really happened. You know that nigga burnt that bitch, and then, you know, instead of her like really trying to be that kind, like she took over his kingdom and then end up like burning his whole family down. Like nobody really hears that shit. Like you really have to like go do your research to even go through shit like that. But like I always say, the thing why the reason why they always call queens and and things like that dangerous, and they be like, oh yeah, they're beautiful, but they're fatal, because that's what they do. They be like, all right, you know, this nigga killed my brother in the last war, and then like boom, I got him. I'm cool. I'm the queen now. Boom, and now I'm the queen. I be fucking this nigga. I be sucking this nigga dick. And I tell him like, hey, we want to burn all of Yusuf down. And he be like, why? And like, because, you know, they don't breed nothing. They all inbreeding. Truth be mattered is, you know, a nigga from Yusuf killed the shit out of my brother, and I'm a burn that I wanna teach them niggas a lesson. Now that I got fucking power, I'm gonna burn that shit to the ground.
Right.
This shit that be happening. Like, motherfuckers, man. Niggas be, man, I always tell people, pay attention. Pay attention, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You know that war, that what is it? What is it? The movie Troy, wasn't that behind a woman? And that was like happening in real life?
That was behind her. Now, in real life, that wasn't behind a woman.
So the movie, it was behind a woman.
The movie was behind a woman. In real life, it wasn't behind a woman. In real life, it was because Achilles was really like jumping through this motherfucker. Like he going over to your spot, beating the shit out of all these niggas and maybe killing them. Like this, like that was the thing about that the Achilles heel. Mm-hmm. Because Achilles, for the most part, he could not die. And I'm not saying that was real talk. All I'm saying is that's what he believed in. And because he believed in it so much, that shit reigned true. That nigga would go through different niggas' houses, different niggas' palaces, and beat the shit out of everybody. You'd be like, who the toughest nigga in your hood? You'd be like, that nigga is. And he would fuck them niggas up.
Okay.
That was the type of time this nigga was on. He was on that type of time. He really was like, I was dipped in the blood of gods. Like he was really on that type of time.
Mm-hmm.
Where he was like, it was one of them things where he had put out a bullshit ass statement of, yeah, the only way a nigga could kill me is if they fuck off my heel, my Achilles heel. My heel, right? And he didn't say Achilles because his name was Achilles. He was just like, fuck my heel off. He was on that type of time because he was beating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
And you know what ended up happening? A nigga focused on that goddamn thing and then fucked him off.
All right. And now we got Achilles heel.
And now we got an Achilles heel.
Right. So Yo Bug says, OMG, don't watch 90 Day Fiance. Dude from the United States went to another country, found out he had gonorrhea, then on national TV, he said, my penis is oozing. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, do you watch? I watch here and there, but I did see that. And that was gross. He said his name is Lauren. OMG, that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. And he didn't think it was that big of a deal. And he wasn't gonna say nothing until after he got the text that the girl he had sex with had gonorrhea. And he's like, oh well, my penis is oozing. What? It was crazy. It was crazy.
Like, he just swallowed penicillin for the next 7 days. Like,
Yeah. I mean, the whole situation is crazy because for one, he think that he can move over to the Philippines to be with his fiance, and he think he can work an American job. Mind you, he did. He had a smile on his face. Yep, he did the whole time. And so, mind you, he is homeless in Las Vegas, and he doesn't have a job. Now he's over in the Philippines with his fiance, and he thinks that he can just get a job and work from home in the Philippines, an American job. But because it's cheap to live in the Philippines, he's gonna use his American job and his American money to live in the Philippines. And I'm like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. But he think he got it all planned out. But if you had it all planned out, you should have had it planned out in the United States. And then he turned around and had to tell his fiance, I cheated with this girl and she gave me gonorrhea. And now I can't kiss you because I got gonorrhea. So yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Yes, OMG. He told her, would you like me to buy your family a house? Yeah. But you don't have a house of your own. So it was stupid. But yeah, that's type of time.
I don't want you to buy me a fucking herpes infested house. Hey, fuck are we talking about? This house is full of fucking disease. Get your bitch ass away from me. Hey, get your bitch ass away from me. I don't give a fuck if it's the least of the minimum amount of like any type of like sexually transmitted anything. It could be the very minimum of it. I'm gonna be like, this fucking herpes infested shit. Like this is what I'm gonna call it. No, you can get rid of my shit in 7 days. I don't give a fuck.
Right. Oh, don't sit right there on that couch. It got herpes on it.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because you put me in the situation.
Right. Oh my god. And then she said, she said, left my ass off, and she was a boy girl. I forgot what they call them over there. I think they call them lady boys. I think that's what they call them. And it says they both bottoms. How does that work? That's a great question. A great question. And she says, you guys have.
Yeah, that is a great question. Great question.
I don't know, because I feel like if you're gay, you should figure out who's the top and who's the bottom before the first date.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Because it's not
if you're gay.
But you know,
If
hey.
yeah, because I was about to say, I don't want to take, I don't want to take over nobody's. Yeah, I don't want to take over nobody's opinion. Whatever it is, do any disease. Let me say this: whatever it is, do any type of disease or parasite or whatever you're going through, like just see the thing that fucks us up as people is uh, people don't want to tell people what they're going through. They don't want to tell people the circumstances they in, and that's why we always in conflict with each other. It's like say that shit out loud, man. Like let's not do this. Like
Yeah.
real shit. Let's not do this. Like because you have people that do people like this, like. And they don't imagine that they've been saving themselves for this and they've been saving themselves for this and then all of a sudden they wake up with a disease.
Yeah.
It's like stop doing that. Like be truly apparent with people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Just say the shit up front, you know what I'm saying? So that you won't have to go through the whole rigmarole of getting to know somebody, actually liking them, and then we have a roadblock.
yeah, just totally be 100. I just say this as me. You know what I'm saying? As the man that I am, ever since I've been a kid, I've had HP1. A lot of people they'll look at certain things and they'll be like, you know, that's herpes and blah 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 blah. Nah, that's just cold sores. Like I've been having cold sores and shit on my mouth and things since I was like a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I always tell people this off the flip because I don't have the number 2, which means you have a sexually transmitted disease.
Right. And you have one.
Yeah, I have one. And so people be like, nah, you take enough for people. And I'm like, nah, I'm not taking enough for people because if you got it from fucking, then you got it from fucking. I didn't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
people automatically go to the worst. Yeah.
Exactly. So I just be like, hey man, this is certain things that you have to look at like on certain type of levels because you want people to hold accountability for certain things. So the only way you can do that is you stop being in denial or make that shit seem like it's like a hindrance. Like, of course, like any type of thing that you know what I'm saying that you fuck with that is hard is a hindrance, but you have to you got to be aware of it. And then you have to let people aware of it.
Right.
The more and more you tell people the truth, the more and more it's gonna be easier for you.
Right, exactly. So Yellow Bug also says, out my shit on the table when I meet a dude. Right. I'm a real chick. I have your back, but don't fuck with me. And I burp, fart, and shit. Right.
Listen, you supposed to burp, fart, and shit. If you fucking with a girl that don't burp, fart, and shit, then hey, she cheating on you off the flip because she doing it somewhere. She just ain't doing it at your house.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not mad at them for not doing it at their house though. I mean, that's a whole level of comfort. You gotta get to that point. I'm not gonna just go over to somebody's house for the first time and be like, "Ooh, I got the shit." I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Unless she's doing it at her mama's house, then she cheating on you. If you could be like, you don't never go over your mama's house, but you don't never do no real shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you cheating.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm not gonna broadcast that I'm about to go take a shit. But it does happen. And I feel like I gotta get a little bit of comfort. Cause I'm still not gonna even when I get to that level of comfort, I'm still not going to tell you I got a shit. I'm just gonna go shit.
Lizzie.
What?
You have your own spot So you can go and do that. I'm talking to the people that like they either stay with somebody and then they go over they boyfriend or girlfriend house.
But even like people that got their own place, I'm gonna figure out a way to get back home.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. You're gonna find a way to go back home and take a shit.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you don't have a place to go and you like, nah, I'm just leaving because I gotta go take a shit. That's a lie.
Wait, why wouldn't you have a place to go? Like if you live with
okay.
Is that what
so you think I was about to say people that live with each other, they don't have no sometimes sometimes. I'm not saying all the time.
If you live with a person, you're already at that level of comfort. At least you should be. If you live with a person.
You'd be surprised how many people are not. You'd be surprised how many people are not.
I'm not gonna live with a person if I'm not at that level of comfort. I mean, there's levels.
I know at least 2 people that don't. They don't shit at home. I'm like, that's crazy.
I'm too lazy to be doing that shit. I'm shitting at home, and if my home is cohabitated with someone else, then it is what it is. Now we not gonna be watching Netflix and I'll be like, "Ooh, I got this shit." I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just go shit. I'm gonna just go shit. But yeah, like if I am cohabitating with one, then I'm shitting in the house. That just is what it is. Now, what I do now,
you be surprised.
Now, what I do now is I have my own in suite. So if somebody is here, then they may use the bathroom downstairs and I won't use the bathroom after them. I'll go upstairs. Or if I have to shit, I'm gonna go upstairs. Even if they don't use the bathroom here. I'm gonna just go upstairs because ain't nobody using the bathroom in my bedroom.
I was about to say, I figured that. I'm never gonna take a shit in your bedroom. I'm gonna take a shit in any other of them bathrooms. Take a good shit.
But that's what I do. When people are at my house, I just don't use the bathroom that everybody else uses. I go to my own suite. But yeah, that's a little bit too. That has nothing to do with Walmart. But here we are.
None of this has anything to do with Walmart. That's the crazy part.
Right. So Yellow Bug says I have ADHD and chronic pain, so I'm always in meds. Yeah. I have diabetes, so I'm same. She says, yes, guys be like, I never had a girl to admit. Yeah. Yeah, some women don't. Some women don't admit it. And she says, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah. You say, excuse me, I don't let's see. You say, excuse me, I need to go to the rescue or to the restroom. I got Crohn's disease. Yeah, and she got her own spot as well. And she says, I don't broadcast what I'm doing in the bathroom. I just say, excuse me. Yeah, I do that too. And then what I also do is I run the water. Because I just think it's, even if I do it number one, because I just think it's weird to hear me pee. Like if it's like super quiet. And then all of a sudden you hear tinkle, 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 tinkle. Like that's just, no, that's super loud. It's amplified when you have company. It's weird. So I run the water. But it's too quiet. Yes, it is. So, but yeah. Like I said before, this has nothing to do with Walmart. So, yeah. Now that we have told all of our bathroom rituals.
Excuse me. I haven't did that. Yeah. I'll let y'all ride. I'll let y'all do y'all.
And Yoba says, I don't use public restrooms because I have to strip to use the bathroom. A lot of people do.
Why do you have to strip to use the bathroom?
A lot of people do that. I've heard that a lot. Like, and then some people do strip in public restrooms to use the bathroom. I don't know what it is because I don't do it, but I have definitely heard that. She says, we're family now, right? Right. But
Yeah,
so
but you.
right, we comfortable.
Why are you doing that? Like, damn, in the bathroom? Like, no.
Yeah, a lot of people have done that. She says, when I poop, I have to get comfy. I've definitely heard that. I've definitely heard that. But yeah, back to Walmart. So yeah, like I said, I will be keeping my eye out on that story because that is crazy. Like those two employees having a shootout and nobody got hit, so that means your aim is trash. But thank goodness, because no innocent bystanders was hit during that foolishness. But yeah. So, moving on, because we are out of the jail portion of the evening. Um, moving on to Kamala Harris. So she had a rally in Houston. Think yesterday. I think the rally was yesterday. And so we all know who the hometown hero is in Houston, and that is Beyonce. Excuse me, Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter, to be exact. And she came out and gave a speech. Her and Kelly Rowland and Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mom. They all three came out and gave speeches. Um, the speeches were great. Miss Tina, she had an issue with reading the teleprompter, but other than that, the main focus was reproductive rights. That's the main thing that they talked about. There were some hecklers, excuse me, in the audience during Kamala's speech, and so they did get them out of there. And then I did see today that Amber Rose commented on, I believe it was the Shade Room's post about to come into the coming to the rally to speak. And because of the fact that she said that she's not coming as a entertainer, she's coming as a mother. She said that she stole her speech. And so, of course, she got flamed up in the comments. Yeah. So, yeah. What do you think about, Beyonce showing up? A lot of people thought that she was going to perform, but we all know Beyonce don't perform for free. So, now she may perform for free at the inauguration. But yeah. Also, Trump was at a rally as well, and he shaded, of course, because that's what he does. He said that, Kamala was at a dance party with Beyonce. He's just a hater because he couldn't get Beyonce to come to anything of the sort. But yeah. So what are your thoughts about, Beyonce showing up, Amber Rose, and Trump?
Okay, I'll start with the last thing you said. I don't think Trump's being a hater for Beyonce. Not like acknowledging him or anything. Like I just think Trump is who he is, and he think motherfuckers supposed to ride on this dick tail. Like that's just what it is. Motherfuckers, he think when he show up, motherfuckers are supposed to be like, "Hey, let's take pictures, let's ride on you." But here nor there. Uh, I don't like any of this. Like I don't, and I don't want to be. Um, I don't want to act like I have any type of segue into any of this that is going on and that level.
So what in particular is it that is making you say you don't like any of this? Do you not like the celebrity showing up for Kamala? Or do you not like the people coming out saying things against the celebrities showing up, or what? What specifically?
I don't like the people that are stepping up and trying to come against anybody that votes for Kamala. I don't like the way that people are trying to show up and vote for Kamala. Um, I don't like how people are Hold on.
Yeah, so me in particular, it's not gonna sway me one way or another. Um, because I mean my vote is already decided, you know.
Um,
But as you
I'm
were saying,
sorry. I was about to say. I'm sorry. I got taken off, but I don't like how the whole thing is getting played out because the whole thing is getting played out um on a very and no downplay to nobody but a poor level. They're making it look like if you're a demographic, you should be voting for Kamala
Kamala.
or Kamala. Excuse me. Again, I try to fix that, but um, that's what it looks like for me on my end. Just because only this in a nutshell. They'll have a bunch of things for people to vote for and things to do. For people in poverty, we only vote for people who we either think look like us in these past 10 to 12 years, and either they look like us or we think they have our best interests in because they have similar goals or they have similar views. This is what they've been banking on for years, like how to get us. Like, yeah, it don't have to be a black person. You just have to have the same similar views that they believe in, and then they'll twist those and then go about your business or go about their business. Excuse me.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just don't. Again, I've said this before, and I'm adamant on it. I just don't. I just don't believe that like we should even be giving a fuck about the presidential part of the voting experience.
Yeah, which you know, um, you've mentioned before, and then we've also had off show conversations about that as well.
Yeah,
Um, and you know, you have points. You have points as to why you feel that way, and um, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with not voting for the presidential ticket. It just seems like that is the one that a lot of people do care the most about, and they don't really necessarily want to care about the local politics when those
right.
local
Yeah,
politics are the ones that's gonna affect you the most. Um, and they don't go off of electoral college, which that's a whole nother subject for another day. But
that's what I was about to say. Like,
yeah,
I'm so, I was about to say, shit. We gonna get on that. We gonna go through a whole other page.
yeah,
'Cause
no,
next,
I'm not doing that. But yeah, but you know, Beyonce doesn't really come out for politics too much. Like she came out back when Beto was running for from Texas. Um and I think that's probably, and then Obama of course. And those are like the only really real times I've really seen her come out as far as presidents are concerned. So I was excited to see her. But whether she kept her mouth quiet or got on that podium, it didn't make me no never mind because I my vote is decided. You know, her coming out is not for me. It, even though you know my condo is paid off in the Beehive, been paid off for a minute, but
yeah, that's paid off. That's a nice ass spot right there.
okay, okay, I got views, but yeah, it's not for me. The stuff that they're doing now, it's not for the decided vote. It's definitely for that undecided vote. So, and we on the final part of this race. So, it's definitely interesting to see. And, um, she has two big powerhouses that have publicly backed her, and that's the Beyonce with the Beehive and Taylor Swift with the Swifties. And they're reaching a demographic that probably did not care about politics beforehand, or this is probably their first time ever voting or ever being able to vote, I should say. So that's a whole demographic that they probably ain't even tapped into on what the turnout would be yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is gonna be interesting. November 5th will definitely be interesting. And either way it goes, the next day I'm going on vacation. So I'm going to drink in celebration, or I'm going to drink my tears away.
All right, so
either way it goes, I'm going on vacation and I'm drinking.
let me know what you're doing, because I'm going to follow up with you. Whatever you're doing, I'm going to do.
No, that's when I go on a cruise. Like, I'm literally leaving the next day. So yeah. So we'll see if it's a celebratory drink or if it's a sad day, and the bartender is gonna be my best friend type of drink. We gonna see.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So Yellow
That's going to be
says
funny.
it's gonna be hilarious. So Yellow says Trump, I hope don't get voted in. Yeah. Project 2025 is real. It's 1000% real. See, people think Trump is going to be a great president, but he said that this will be the last vote. He definitely said that. Because he's leaning towards a dictatorship, and I'm like, y'all are not seeing this, like, but people are blindly following him, or people are just like, have tunnel vision for maybe one thing and not looking at everything. He wants to make America a communist. Beyonce is trying to disengage from P. Diddy. That's a thought. Trump just wants vengeance. Before this whole thing before this whole thing about them passing that law saying that, like, a president can't be tried when they're doing something with the best interest of the presidency, or however the fuck they worded that shit. Basically, for him to have immunity, I was thinking that too. I was thinking that he wants vengeance, and I was thinking that he did not want to be tried for some shit, because he still got pending charges, and he's a convicted felon now. Where are we going? I am going on a cruise to Cozumel. Yeah. So he says, I think you should take a lucky viewer with you. I wish I could, but sure, we ain't made it big time yet, child.
I was about to say, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. You gonna be a part of that experience.
Yes, 100%. And then she says, how can he run for president when convicted felons can't vote? Great point. And we gonna get there.
It's so funny that you said that.
He's a Florida resident. So what's the rule in Florida?
Okay, so we're not even going to go to the rule in Florida. We're not going to go to the rule of any state, because any state always has a asterisk when it comes to a felon. What no state has is an asterisk when it comes to presidency. I want y'all to really understand that.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So he probably won't be able to vote, but he can be the president.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And I
in
believe
no
you got to
state.
go through. I think you got to go through a process when you're a felon in Florida. You got to go through a process to become eligible to vote. Because I want to say, don't quote me on this, but I want to say in the last election, once Bloomberg dropped out, he went and spent a whole lot of money in Florida to get felons eligible to vote. I want to say that's what he did. So,
Believe it.
but
Only reason why I
yeah,
can believe it because it's no state that states ever that you can't have a felony and be a president of the United States of America.
yeah, he just won't be able to cast his ballot.
That's it. But who gives a fuck about you casting your ballot?
Right,
You are the president.
right, right. But you know how they have that whole photo op of the president going to vote? They probably just won't happen for him because I'm sure he ain't went through the process to be able to vote.
Exactly. And you
Yeah.
know what? They have way more pictures of Secret Service saving his ass than they give a fuck about him taking a picture of voting.
Yeah. Yeah. So Yoba says, I'm from Florida, but live in Tennessee. And what kind of backwards hillbilly shit is that? Exactly. It is some backward ass shit that you can't vote,
It's what we call
but
the
you can be the
law, sir.
president. You can be the
It's what we
president.
call the law.
Yeah. It's yeah.
You can be mad at it. It's just what we call the law.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. It definitely is what it is. But yeah. But yeah, so we will definitely see. Yeah, so we got less than 2 weeks. We got less than 2 weeks. And then all those text messages that you get about voting will cease until the next election. So yeah. So, that last subject we'll just save for next time. But yeah, so I don't have any final thoughts. So Jerry's final thoughts, take it away.
Whew. My Jerry's final thought is this. I have not been so secure about my final thoughts until this one. And it's all my final thought is perspective. You have to look at everything and what the perspective of it is. The only reason why I say that is I will say this. You can have a situation like mine where never ever got to experience my father as a young uh what's the word I can use because I don't want to say it a young man because I was a baby like I was a what they call adolescence
Adolescent.
adolescent man into adolescent individual into being a teenage individual. I never had my father in my life. That's just the perspective of what it was. I never ever held no grudge against my father because of that. And I really want people to understand this. Like, I'm never telling you to like forgive your father or put your father in your life and be on no extra anything, wisdom, nothing. I can't tell you that. I'm not one of those niggas. And the reason why my father is in my life, to be 100, it has nothing to do with God. It has everything to do with this and this alone. Um, I have to respect and love my father because he gave me life. With that being said, I don't have to respect and love how he lives his life. but I still have to respect and love that he has a life, and the reason why he has a life is because I have a life. Like, if that makes sense. Are you listening, Lindsay?
Yeah. I thought it was a
Okay.
rhetorical question. I'm sorry.
No, I was just making sure. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I want people to listen. I will never downplay or talk shit about my father. This is the perspective that I have.
Mhm.
I'll never say I'm gonna outweigh him or do anything. But you know what I will do? If anything was to ever happen about my father, I would make sure that I was the one taking care of him. Um, because we can always argue about time, and we can always have these ideas of what people were supposed to do and we people what wasn't supposed to do. I'm 100% grateful that my father is my father because he's the one that gave me life. So I'm gonna love him to death because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another thing is I'm gonna always take care of him because you know what is gonna happen. He's gonna look at me in the face while he is dwindling down. And you know, people will say I'm petty for this, but it is what it is. Um, he's going to be dwindling down in life, and he's going to be like, I can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. And my son is right there with me. He's going to wish he had more time. And you don't. And that's not my fault. It's your fault. I've already acclimated myself to make sure that before you cash out, I'm going to be the one to take care of you. I'm 100% committed to doing that. What you're gonna have to realize is that whole time that you didn't want to have no time with me, you gotta spend the rest of you gotta spend the rest of your time with me. I'm gonna be I can't say exonerated about it, but I am going to be satisfied about it because I'm gonna know that I actually did what I was supposed to do with take care of my father. What you're gonna know at the end of your time is you should have had more time. So I don't know if that's me being petty, or I don't know if that's just me being cruel. But at the end of the day, that's the perspective that I have on life.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I said, we're talking about perspective. My perspective is I'm supposed to take care of my father. I don't know if he's going to enjoy it or if he's not going to enjoy it. That's still what I have to do. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Yeah.
On Halloween, that sounds spooky as fuck. Like the whole thing that I broke down, that just sounds spooky as fuck. Whoa. Whoa, but that's real Halloween talk right there.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. Well, Yellowbug has a couple of final thoughts as well. She says, I hold grudges against the lady who had me. I have separation anxiety bad. I'm scared when people leave me alone, they're not coming back. Yeah. Yeah, that is unfortunate. I'm sorry. And then she also says, you not petty, you're talking facts. Your dad is going to be filled with regrets. So yeah. Yeah. That is true right there. So yeah. But this was episode 7 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys for episode 138. Bye.
Exactly.